Ocean Ox.
Gon' take a shot, drinks on me. I said drinks on me. I said I'm faded. Hey, hold up. Gon' take a shot, drinks on me. I said drinks on me. I said I'm faded. Hey, I said don't even worry about a thing. I got you, babe. Just come with me. Don't even worry about a thing. I got you, babe. No matter what they think. I know you came with your girls and you were not that thirsty, but you came up in the club on a work day. Don't even gotta say a word. children laugh, run around and play. The music blasts out in public. Oh, what a wonderful day to be alive. To be sunshine, I can't help but smile wide. Grown up with a side of lime, reminisce by wild times. It's love in the air, peace in my mind, warmth in the wind, beauty can't avert my eyes. Dancing, dancing, dancing to the rhythm of the world. Mother Nature, my favorite girl, serotonin levels rise. I got family by my side, thinking how lucky I truly am. Make my soul flaunt and twirl, I'm in a trance. Resting on my chest, blinking. Nowhere for material, but I rock it for the meaning. Tree of life, personal growth, and right now I'm just a seedling. Looking to elevate, flourish, blossom, do it no matter the season. Harvesting my energy, sync with divine entities. Allow my mind to send to me, only love and light is entering. I'm high, off of this life, all gliding by, off of this love. I can't help but smile wide, I can't help but smile wide. This that good life, this that good life. I can't help but smile wide, I can't help but smile wide. This that good life, this that good. When I think of the fear I conquered, vanquished mirrors with monsters, see clear my vision proper, befriended the hurt and the pain. It's so insane when I'm thinking of what I overcame. I know I hurt some folks. If you listening, I apologize. No excuse, it was all my fault. I was hurting, I was traumatized. In my youth, I was awful, often scoffing, made my mama cry. She sees the growth in a boy, she proud and make me smile wide. Waves crash as the sun sets. The children laugh, run around and play. The music blasts out in public. Oh, what a wonderful day to be alive.
Is that just money?
Open perspective, I'ma keep grinding till I find what's effective. Caught in space and time, I'm in my own dimension. Music over time been the cause of my ascension. Blessed to be alive and in tune with the connection. The universe is God and we are the reflection. Arguing your side, I'm about to teach my lesson. Better pay attention, this is my message. Yeah, ay, open up your books and turn to page 1. We gon' restart, this time we gon' have some fun. Life is a treasure, it ain't always about the funds. But if you ain't got no money, how can you have any fun? This the moral dilemma. Live your life right, do something to remember. People turn their backs when you finally doing better. Keep the G forever, that's a capitalized letter. Work to make the family proud. I ain't insecure when the holidays come around. Used to feel anxious, I ain't have it figured out. Had to get rid of the doubt, had to find what I'm about. I stare myself in the eyes, suppress the pain I hold. Every smile's a disguise. Living in the moment, you don't know how hard I try to stay present, cause I know how it feels to run out of time. It's the shit that makes me cry. Feel it all inside, keeps me close to the divine. Heart so broke, I search for pieces I may never find. People always leave me while I'm grateful for the times, but I ain't fine. I'm unbalanced, I feel conflicted, or I'm problematic. I'm growing manic, yeah, I've started panic. In the galactic, how to have the damage. Open perspective, I'ma keep grinding till I find what's effective. Caught in space and time, I'm in my own dimension. Music over time, been the cause of my ascension. Blessed to be alive and in tune with the connection. The universe is God and we are the reflection. Arguing your side, I'm about to teach my lesson. Better pay attention, this is my message. Yeah, ayy.
Inside of my mind,
Bobby, beats.
you're someone that's in the inside of my mind. You're so done because I say this all the time. I'm just so self-destructive, need to can't heal myself. But it just sucks when introductions feel like hell. Don't wanna start again, don't wanna let it fade away. Don't break my heart again, just let it all fade away. Don't wanna start again, just let it all fade away. Don't break my heart again, and let it all fade away. Fade away. Fade away like no whiskey, feeling risky. Probably hit your line, I'm tipsy. Know you miss me, but it's all my fault. Don't pick up my calls. Too many drinks off the rails, I'ma crash. Every time I call, I just get a little. Too many memories to leave in the past. Been through it all, but the good, don't wanna start again. Don't wanna let it fade away. Don't break my heart again, just let it all fade away. Don't wanna start again, don't wanna let it fade away. Don't break my heart again, just let it all fade away. Fade away. Don't break my heart again.
Hey, can I get a yes sir on 3?
Yes, sir. You know?
Look, yes sir. Shawty went off. Yes sir. Ice coat just like a blizzard. And I wear my slime like a lizard. Put 'em on a bench, that's a reserve. Yeah. You see me salute, yes sir. When she cute, I'ma eat that for dessert. Word, I'm like a nerd when I'm working. Pull up with the 30 like I'm Curry Carrier. For relation, shit I'm just gon' f***ing finesse and no stressor. Feeling on her ass and her dresser. Tweaking, you know I got the Mac on the dress. I perform and impress her, pull up in a Tesla. I look, pretty, but she vanilla. That's nice and neat, I make her eat the meat and salmonella. You talking greasy, I'ma put the gleedy to his melon. Hey, watch I squeeze the metal when I got his cerebellum. Yes sir, shawty went off. Yes sir, ice cold just like a blizzard. And I wear my slime like a lizard. Put 'em on the bench like a lizard. Yeah sir, how much it was worth? Where you get your merch? Probably got that from birds. That shit ain't gon' work. Roll a 8 for that sherbet. Shake it like some sherbet. And I'm riding dirty. This shit I get urgent. F&N's and choppers. them, huh? Drop them. I'ma take them in, that don't mean I adopted them. Clean them, mop them, she gon' come pop them. That's cool. Pull up to the job when she twerking, she working. Kill it, put the cat on the shirt, swerving. Pull up Hellcat, it hit the curb, it's a serve. I don't get the credit I deserve. Hey, you know I'm fine with it too. Okay. You know I'm round with it too. I ain't even got no time for the fool. Okay. Yeah, I might even teach a class up in school. Yes, sir. Shorty went off. Yes, sir. Ice cold, just like a blizzard. Okay. And I wear my slime like a lizard. Put them on a bench, that's a reserve. Yeah. You see me salute, yes, sir. When she cute, I'ma eat that for dessert. Word, I'm like a nerd when I'm working. Pull up with the 30 like I'm carrier. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Pluto, you going brazen?
Smoking all these woods, it helped me ease all the pain. At the end of the day, I still wipe all my mama's tears. Shit ain't supposed to be like this when I'm used to her screaming in my ears. Taking real drugs help me drop real tears. Every day a struggle cause I'm mad as hell. I don't like to feel, but I still don't feel. Fighting this depression, I'm still applying all the pressure. Every time I sit and say grace with food on my plate, I stop and hesitate cause I know life ain't supposed to be like this. But it's been like this. I tell my brother I want this shit to end, even though we never seen the end. We ride together, so if you see one of us, you gon' see all of us. I know every man dies, but not every man lives. This one I'm dropping real tears. I know every day could be my last, but I'm living every day like I've been through worse. My mama said it's gon' be okay, we'll be there soon. But I know better than to get all my hopes up. That's why I'm smoking all the dope up. Ronan said you gotta slow down, lil' bro. You know I be living life fast, pushing 90 and a 30, think I flash. Pop me a yerky now, bitch, I'm up 30. Getting to the guap, I be up early. Pockets never hurt it, just a whole lot of pain and suffering. My brother taught me how to take nothing and turn it into some. My brother taught me how to take nothing and turn it into some. Lil' Richie from the pole. Smoking all these woods, it helped me ease all the pain. At the end of the day, I still wipe all my mama's tears. Shit ain't supposed to be like this when I'm used to her screaming in my ears. Taking real drugs help me drop real tears. Smoking all these woods, it helped me ease all the pain. At the end of the day, I still wipe all my mama's tears. Shit ain't supposed to be like this when I'm used to her screaming in my ears. Taking real drugs help me drop real tears.
got the beat complete.
Full of love.
Like.
What's up, everybody?
Northside Plugged.
How we doing? How we
back.
doing? Welcome back to another episode of Northside Plugged here at Q4 Radio. From a different angle today. We'll show you why in a second. We're looking up at the camera today, a little different. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, we appreciate you all. Appreciate everyone for coming in. As always, G Money, how are you doing?
Oh, excuse me, Boss Dan. I'm doing well, and we are very excited for tonight's episode. Glad that we were able to make it happen. Boom. Oh, I thought Boss Dan showed him yet. No, yeah, we got a musical group in the house. We've got MKTP in the building.
Sir.
How y'all doing?
Living, brother, living.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. No, and we're super happy to have you guys. This is I would say, what do you think, Boss Dan? This is by far the most people we've had in the studio alone.
Oh, absolutely.
Since the pandemic, easily.
Definitely since the pandemic, absolutely. Definitely one of the largest groups we have, so it's very exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to diving into this conversation today.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, we'll get into MKTP and everything that they've got going on. Obviously, we'll talk about sports as per usual. NBA is getting crazy as usual, and we had a big news break earlier today, so we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll get into this topic, but just to kind of plant the seed for you guys, the XXL Freshman Cyphers just came out. I don't know how familiar you guys are if you've tuned into it, but either way, we could just talk about maybe the overall state of the freshman Cyphers these days and how we're feeling about it as artists. But yes, we can get into. I think a good way to start off, the easier way would probably be to give you guys the floor to introduce your names yourselves first, and then we can kind of break it down from there. So how about we start from left to right?
All right, yo, I'm Brother Bex.
We're just Go ahead, introduce the names.
I'm MK Rio.
LB Supreme G, man.
Grizzy Graham.
Bruce Davi Bambino.
What up, y'all? I'm Ronnie Pipes.
Excellent. And we got Phil. You got a moniker?
Yeah, that's filthy.
Filthy eyes.
That's what I thought. I just didn't want to.
The man behind the camera.
I didn't want to jack it
He's
up.
also 60 KC by the nighttime. You know? He's got his little demon in him.
He got that dog in him.
Absolutely. Yeah, Phil does a little bit of it all. So shout out to Phil off camera.
For real.
Definitely help set this all up. And we appreciate Phil. Again, appreciate you guys coming out here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. When we were originally again, I'm happy that you guys are okay. It was sucky, obviously, COVID times. I don't know if you had COVID or not, but sucks that a few of you got sick. But again, happy to have you guys here. I honestly, I was gonna be very shocked in a good way if we were able to set that up. Get everybody, because I think we had just met within the week, so I was like, dang, if we can get 6-7 people in the building and organize an interview within a week, that's impressive. You feel me? But wasn't able to happen. But through the will of the universe, it was meant to happen. So again, appreciate you guys having you guys here. Okay, Boss Dan, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm doing swell. That's all I got to say. I'm just very swell today. I'm just happy, Thursday, beautiful, summertime shy, undefeated as always, still beautiful, great day out there. Not too hot, not perfect temperature, so had a nice walk around downtown for a little bit today. It was really nice outside.
Nice.
So.
We're in the dog days of summer for sure already, right? So I know how to kind of break the ice in here. So you guys, on your way here, it sounds like you had a little car trouble, which I can resonate very well with. You guys want to maybe talk about your experience?
Want to lead off LB?
All right, man. So we driving down 290, you know what I'm saying? Heading to the Shy, of course.
Making the moves.
Nah, making a move. So I'm going under the bridge, man, passing Harlem. And then right before we get to the Austin Boulevard, I hear wow, bro, amazing, bro. So hurried up, pulled over. Yeah, for real. Pulled over.
Sound effects.
Yeah, facts, bro.
He's playing doo-doos and everything.
I'm bumping. Come on, man. That don't sound right. Car starting to wobble. Wow. All right. So, yeah. Pop my left rear tire.
Dang.
Oh. Luckily, Ja came through, sent some angels. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
They helped me out for real, for the free.
Yeah.
For the free, bro.
Fully equipped Hispanic angels on the side of the street.
Viva!
Just so happened to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's all the plan, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is.
Did you have like low pressure, or was it like a nail or something?
Nah, bro.
It looked like someone ripped through it. Yeah, like some of the tires was completely shredded.
Shredded.
Damn.
Bottom. That section of 290 is dirty.
Yeah, them potholes. Chicago, fix your potholes, man.
Yeah.
Yo, you got any angry exes or anything, LB, bro? Like, was somebody
they set you up.
somebody sabotaging out here, bro?
Hey, no comment, man.
Smart man.
Attaboy.
Nah, we can't do that.
Man,
But
but
here though, we made it by the grace, by the grace of Yah. We here.
Yeah.
You know.
For real, it's a blessing, man.
Glad y'all are safe, too.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
For real. And that's the worst thing about those car things. That can happen anytime. It always happens at the worst time possible. And it's funny. I mean, your situation is not funny, but obviously it's not funny. But I resonated with because Phil told me I wasn't even tripping because I've been through it. Tired. I was about to get on. I forgot what highway, whatever, but here in the city, same thing. Just all of a sudden, like, by the grace of God, like, didn't get on, but it just, boom, and then you're like, okay, now what do I do, So, yeah, no, lucky it all worked out. And, again, even more so happy you guys made it here.
Shout out to everybody that tried to help, too,
Shout out to them guys, man. Good people.
Well, I have a question for Rio. When I was on the phone, Don had you on speaker, and I heard you say, "What the fuck you looking at?"
Oh, language.
That was a direct quote. I'm so sorry.
Hey, so we were real quick. Remember your point. We could play a little NSP game that was started with our other guests. So we had a game where basically like the last person to not swear on the show wins. So we'll see it throughout the end of the night who comes out the winner. So you're already out.
Yeah, you're out. Wait, can Rio be out? I was quoting him. I was quoting him. It's fine. Right,
but continue, if you remember your point.
Excuse my dirty mouth. I should have chewed some Trident, yo. But no, I just want to know, like, who was looking at you, bro? Yeah, you were really aggressive.
Like, I'm just sitting there, I'm looking at my phone, I look up, like, I feel somebody looking at me, so I look up, and there's this fuck, I mean, I caught myself!
That's a close one.
There's this freaking guy just, like, staring at me like a deer in the headlights, just eyes wide, just, like, staring into my very being, and I was like, "Bro, what is you
was that
looking
the guy that
at?"
honked at us?
No, it was some dude.
People were harassing us on the highway.
What
you good-looking boys doing on the side of the road?
I think I asked you, like, it was one dude that passed. He just honking, like, why you pass? He's like, it's the same car. So maybe he's just mad at us. He just
a little motivational
like
honk, maybe. You guys are interpreting it the wrong way. He was motivating you guys. He was like, you guys got it.
Oh, no, I saw his face. He was angry. He was very angry.
Not in this city.
No.
That's why you're there. I'm here driving.
Hey, two different types of people, though, because you had those guys giving you dirty looks and freaky looks and all that, and then you had your angels come and get you. So.
Well, one of the angels was on the side of the road themselves.
Oh,
so we actually ended up helping.
Did you see them? Like, were they on the?
We were right behind him. He was already pulled over on the side.
His homie.
He had came over and was like, "Hey man, you need some help?" Hold on, bro. Hold on.
See?
Yeah, man. He pulled up with a floor jack.
His homie pulled up with the van,
It took him like 3 minutes. He's just like, pit crew.
They were on their way to the NASCAR track.
It was great. It was great.
man.
Well, it's glad we're all here and we're all safe
yeah,
alive. You know what I'm saying?
That's all that
I
matters.
drove myself. It was a nice kosher drive in the AC. I was chilling. I was chilling. I would have came. If my tire iron would have worked, I would have helped, man. But
whatever.
What's a tire iron?
Yeah, I'm just confused as to how between the three of you, how nobody had a tire
I
iron.
did. I thought I didn't, but I found it. It was like wrapped up. My jack is like in a little case, and it was wrapped up in that. So I opened it and saw it, but then I looked up on Google. It was different.
I love how you
different
took a
size.
picture. He's like, think this will work? I'm like, I don't know if I can gauge this right.
Oh, you out.
I said,
He's out.
I don't know if I can.
I said, what now? I said, I don't know if I can gauge this right.
Yeah,
Okay. He's in the clean.
Bell slides.
Take it out.
After replay review, there was no foul language said. He's in the clear.
Replay first down.
Sorry, I have a
Yeah, like
list.
literally, this is like the NBA refs. After further review, there was no foul language.
We're all on it.
Out of bounds.
All right, we're still in it. We're still in it. Everything's
Still in the game.
That's funny, man. Alrighty. Well, MKTP. Let's break this down a little bit. How can we start and just kind of break that down? MKTP, what does it stand for? Who came up with it? Kind of break it from there.
So, MKTP stands for Music Killed the President. Now, it's an intense name, but it relates to the song, one of the first music videos that ever aired on MTV called Video Killed the Radio Star. And to me, the phrase Music Killed the President means that we all can relate with the artists and music that we digest way more than any speech we've heard, any like politician up there like pushing his agenda. Like I feel like I've formed a lot of my political views and my morality and the things that I consider to be important to me off of the music and culture I've grew up on. So Music Killed the President is essentially like a lifestyle thing. Like, you know, it's in no way a threat to any president or anything, but it is a wake-up call to just give attention to the fact that we are able to think for ourselves and do a good job at it, you know?
Absolutely.
And so that was like 11 years ago, 2011. What is that? Yeah, 11 years ago.
That's good math. That checks out.
Yep.
That checks out.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 11 years ago in high school, I had moved from Proviso West to Downers Grove South, and I met LB and Ronnie, and it was very natural. Everyone, like, these are all my, like, dear friends, and
That's awesome.
like, I didn't really plan it much. It was something I knew I wanted, but I never had something like drawn out, like, oh, I want someone like LB in the group. I want somebody like Ronnie, you know? I met these people and they fit like puzzle pieces, and I'm a maniac when it comes to producing, so
Nice.
I have like a vault of stuff, so I was able to like help like curate this sound that hit in a unique way, and like with Bax produces, Grizzy produces, Ronnie produces, like the sound has just been maturing into a way where it's grown into a monster way bigger than the passing dream that I had as a sophomore in high school. And now we're doing shows like, and people recognize the name. Like we're stationed out in the burbs, and we come to shows in the city and have way more people there than people that live a couple blocks away from the venue, you know, because like we stand out and they're doing something genuine and raw. So yeah, MKTP is like a lifestyle, something that's super important to all of us, and we're just trying to show people another train of thought, you know.
That's awesome, man. And what really struck me about you guys, so I was, if you guys don't know, I was at the Rios Mios show that you guys were at a few weeks ago.
Spot. That was a dope spot. It was our first time there. That was really
nice.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah, I thought Rio did it. Yeah, the pizza was fire, indeed.
You got the free pizza too, so you were really loving it.
Yeah, Rio definitely put something special there together with, you know, honestly not a ton of resources, but it was still like made it pop, you know. And
shout out Rios Meals.
Shout out to Rios Meals for sure. But yeah, in terms of y'all, what caught me just my attention right away was the group. You feel me? It's like y'all. I've had experience of, you know, coming up and you know, working on music and trying to build a collective. Personally, for me, it's been a little rocky, you know. So I just really appreciate the fact that, especially if this has been going on for 11 years, you know, the commitment to not just the self, you know. And I'm sure there's a lot of like, okay, as individuals, you know, this is what I want to do, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Internally, it may not be, you know, always addressed, but internally, I'm sure you guys all have your ideas, right? But to, at the end of the day, have the maturity to be like, okay, we're going to go beyond ourselves and go for the, you know, just come up as a group, you know? I mean, do you guys kind of want to expand on how the challenges of that and just the overall?
I think that's probably the easiest part, because we all push having the individuality a part of it. Like one of the main things I had said once, like this roster formed in the way that it did, was I need everyone to have a tape out. I need everyone to have content and a music video for themselves to look up, so that each member's name holds weight in the collective. So it's never a don't do what you're doing, like, but it's more like put the group first, make sure the team's eating, and then
that's how it's
like we'll all be here for you for everything that you're doing. Like if one of us as a solo gets a show, we're all there. Like we're probably performing group songs there too. You know, so it's a collection of artists at the end of the day. But right now we're in a phase where we're really putting our eggs into this basket. You know, and what's dope about it is it's not putting our eggs into one basket, because we operate as 6 separate entities. It's putting an egg in 6 baskets.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
Like one of us can drop something, or the group could drop something, but all of that's coming to the same place.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And that's like the format that I wanted to go for, where it wasn't a fight for the title or a fight for the control. Like even as me being like the leader or the creator of it, very much democracy sense. Like I can't just come and be like, oh, you guys like that set list? Nope. Like, you know, it's like we all like we all have to like agree. And sometimes, you know, I'll trust my vision and like make choices that I think are for the group, and like everyone has moments like that. But like it's been a blessing to work with a group of people that like is used to their role, knows what they bring to the table, and knows that this group is going to help them become the artist they want to be on top of everything else.
That's awesome.
You know, so
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly. And we're still, in no way is it perfect. Like, we still bicker. We still have but like I think of the Kanye song "Family Business." You know, like we'll get into our tiffs, but it's always a stumble forward. If we're ever gonna be like falling into it with each other, it's like something where we like. Once we do come to an agreement, it's like, yo, we're arguing about shows. Like, there's people that don't even have shows.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're arguing about who's going to be on a song. Like, people don't have a studio to record songs.
Absolutely.
You know, we're arguing about who's going to be on that beat. People don't have people in the group to be, like, bringing 3-4 beats to the, you know, like, and so it's like a motivation on top of like motivation at the like any like problems kind of like end up being a motivation. And if there is ever anything that like really gets heated or bubbled up, like it gets resolved and we're able to discuss it and precisely. So that's like the major key thing. You know?
It's all accountability at the end of the day.
Precisely admitting your mess ups and admitting and taking like pride in the triumphs, you know.
Absolutely.
Being authentic and transparent.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's like a family. I'm just going to assume when you mean like family business, you mean like that you may say like, hey, it's more constructive criticism because you like really care about what they're doing and what you're trying to do as a group together, because you all really want to push each other. You want to see each other get as far as you can, as high as possible, and high as the sky's the limit, honestly. So like the not necessarily like attacking someone, and it's like the family where it's like you're looking after them. You're not like trying to put him down. You're trying to bring him up with what you're saying.
Precisely.
Yeah, it's always all love with the boys for sure, even through the little butting heads. But it, like we're saying, it pushes us to a better place too at the same time.
And in relation to the word push, like there's moments when we have to be like, yo, you should tighten up that bar right there. But a lot of the time, like hearing like any of them go before I have to rap, I'm like rewriting lines because they just snap. So like they just went crazy on that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it really like pushes me. Like I try to get it where I don't get any constructive criticism because I met that mark. But I'm ready to hear that though, you know, and I'm ready to skip that beat if it's not the one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm striving to be at that point where like it's not obviously searching for perfection or like being flawless is a a fallacy, but striving to be the best I can.
Yeah.
Being around I think Rio had said it we're playing for the Lakers. Why would I go to the fill in random
to the Hornets or something?
You know what I'm saying?
The Kings.
We have a solid
Don't disrespect
roster.
the Hornets, man.
The Hornets ain't looking too good right now.
I was gonna say I'm not up to date with sports, so I didn't want to throw a team out there and have it not be accurate. But
I just threw out a random team.
Triple B's, man.
Precisely, So it's definitely the push.
Yeah,
it's the push
for sure. And that's what's cool too, man. It's like when like you said, when one of you is coming up, all of you are coming up, but at the same time, it's like internally, like you said, it's like you're in the studio and you're like, dang, he's going crazy. I need to up my bars, It's the constant like motivation factor, right? And I think that's when done right, that's only going to propel you, and especially when you have so many different facets of the group, that are interlocked. I mean, man, the sky really is the limit, because that's how it's supposed to be, I mean, there's so many artists out here that have to figure it out on their own terms, this, that, whatever. There's no really wrong way, but it's just like the benefit of having, whether it's a group or a team of the people that are just there to uplift you, and just that's how anything should be, is just having those people around you that care about you and reciprocate the care for them, and it's only up from there,
Oh, yeah. Facts. Very wholesome. That's the word that I like to use in relation to us. Real wholesome family. Wholesome family vibes going on this part of town.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
We're not wholesome people,
though. Speak for yourself, Rio.
So you guys mentioned some are producers, obviously some are artists. How do you kind of like delegate different work, and whose beat is on, say you're working on a project, right? Whose beat is on what, or who hops on this track, right? You guys have tracks with all you guys, I'm sure, maybe a couple. Like, how do you kind of facilitate all of it?
You don't even have to talk about it just happens.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's very natural.
Comes back to that individualism, how we all just kind of do our thing. Oh yeah, my bad.
No, you good.
We always kind of do our thing, and it just naturally comes together. It's really weird, actually.
I've taken a lot of time, like trying to figure out how to balance 6 artists on a track. Like on our group tape, each member is on every song.
That's awesome.
And that's one of my like personal triumphs, like not having anything seem like it's going too long or too repetitive. Like, and with the sessions, like they said, it's so natural because we all understand the mission, and
Sweet.
It's never like because we all make beats or we all like rap, like it's not rare for Rio to want to jump up on the on the mic to rap first, but it's not rare for me to like have 30 beats to show,
right?
And like it's just however the session goes, whoever's cribs, whoever's house we're recording at, it's very natural. There's no like set formula for how all the songs get made because we make so many, because there's so many resources.
Yeah, we all got crazy vaults that we just sit on and stuff, and we usually don't make beats together as like frequently as I think we probably could easily do, but we send beats like back and forth all the time. Or like when we're chilling, like Bruce will just have his laptop and just start playing a beat while we're all chilling, and it'll start with one person, which is usually Rio is like, let me hop on this, and then we hear how it's recording, then we hear how it sounds, and then somebody else is like, oh man, I definitely need to hop on this now too. And it just like kind of like the domino effects,
awesome.
Everything, it just keeps falling into place, and it's super dope.
Like certain rare moments you get like songs where it's almost finished. It's like missing pieces, but like you can hear the vibe where it's going. You get we have a group chat, it gets sent, it'll be like, I want to be on that. I want to be on it. Just like an avalanche. So like that's one way it might go to. It's like certain songs you might have that's have 3 people on it, 4 people, whole group. Just go off that vibe.
And then there's
MKTP and friends.
Somebody will make a song and they'll know that like, okay, they want that person on that song. So it's like,
I can hear the
I might hop on like a Bruce beat and then I'm like, oh man, this stuff sounds great.
He gone.
See ya.
Keep going.
Like, this sounds crazy. You know who I can hear on this? LB. I can hear LB on this. Or like somebody's got a beat and they're like, oh, I can hear Bax and Ronnie hopping on this. So sometimes we do have that moment where we'll hear something, we'll think of another member and want that other member on the song as well.
Yeah.
So it's honestly just both. Everything just happens. But
Exactly, because it's almost as if like our chill sessions where we're not even like thinking about, okay, we're gonna link and make music. That's our goal. We're gonna come in here and execute. It's more so like, hey, what's up? You want to hang out? Let's chill. Oh, I got this beat. I'll do that. So it doesn't even feel like we're working. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. Yeah, we're just vibing and chilling and hanging out, and everything just falls together.
That's awesome, man.
It's gas. And I've been in like bands before, and like I play drums in a metal band, so
Nice.
I'm used to like working with a lot of people.
Right.
And that's, I think, is a blessing to be with a group who all like flow naturally, because if there's any sort of like weird energy or like animosity towards another person in the group or the band, whatever, you're gonna feel it and you're gonna hear it in the music, especially, or like at a live show or something, you know, someone's got like a dirty look on their face, or like side-eyeing like somebody else performing, like, man, their verse is trash or something. It's like when we perform live, we all spit each other's verses when we don't have the mics. Like we know every word to everybody's bars, and it's like, I don't know, man, that natural flow is what really makes this group special, and that's
awesome.
That's what I really appreciate about it, you know.
And that's really how the most successful things in any, you know, especially with creativity, but it's just like when you don't have to try and you don't have to like overthink the process or whatever, you know, when you can just lock in with each other, and it's just like it's gonna come up natural. That's just what's really cool, you know, is like you guys all just have this laid back vibe, and again, it's not just the individual. It's like we all know you're laid back because you know what's up, you know, and that's what's up, you know.
Well said.
It's like natural confidence, you know, and it's like once you like you said, you guys have known each other for so long, and you've been through the ups and downs. You can just have that confidence of like, I know what each member has to bring to the table, you know, and I feel like it just makes the process for you guys a lot easier, which is cool.
Absolutely. You know? And we all have like different like roles almost that we play. Like I try to, I mean, obviously producer and all of the producers here, and like engineering and stuff. So and then we have like LB helping with like the directing with Filthy and the shooting the videos and stuff, which is dope.
Shout out to AK too.
And AK, shout out AK. I see you there, AK. I know you right there,
He's,
bro.
he, AK is
AK somewhere eating 15 glizzies. Like that's me.
AK is in the comments, so he is watching today.
Yeah, that's
He is watching. He said in regards to the swearing contest, he says Back's gonna win.
All right. The swearing contest. I see our homie Bodie in the comments as well. Shout out to Bodie.
What's good,
Bodie? Real Chicago stuff, man. It's dope.
That's love to all y'all watching, man. For real, bro. For real.
Absolutely. And speaking on that topic, I was talking to Phil a little bit before you guys came, and we were just talking about how like it's cool, and I'm sure through you guys' own experiences, it's like the more that you're in the game and the more that you get out here, you kind of realize, especially like in the Chicago scene, for example, you realize how, and this is more so from Phil's wording, it's just like you realize kind of how small the scene gets, you know, and you know, it's intimidating at first and it looks so big, but once you get out here and, you know, you go to shows and you do your thing, you're like, oh, you know, I remember meeting you a few years back or this, that, whatever, and then you realize, oh, you know so-and-so and this, that, whatever, you know, it's like it gets really interconnected. So you guys kind of want to maybe open up on how your perspective on that is and what you've been through?
My mom calls it 6 degrees of separation. Like... but any one person you meet through 6 like associations they have, you know them as well. Like you know a person that they know through 6 degrees of like separation, and that's everybody. And like for this group specifically, like Rio's the newest member, but he grew up with LB, and like I didn't know Rio personally until 2 years ago, maybe maybe even less.
No, we met each other at a show years back.
Yeah, and then we've been around each other a lot, but like I had never like actually like chilled and went out and chilled with them, you know. LB was like my homie, and Rio was like someone that I knew of, you know.
I was recording with an old homie, somebody I've known since like 8th grade. I've known AK since 7th grade too. AK is one of my oldest homies, and I was looking for beats. I was like working on my newest tape. I was looking for beats, and my boy Travis, he sent me to Bruce, and he was like, "This guy makes beats," and it was like instantly, I was like, "This is exactly what I'm looking for." And then it's like we linked up, and it was like we never stopped hanging out from that moment that we first hung out, and it was just like 50, 60 songs later.
Oh yeah.
And then that's
I
I've
pump
known.
them out too. I'm not bad with it either. I'm clean. I like to say I'm the next Kanye of the city.
Nice.
Quote me on it. Quote me on it. Quote me on it.
But
Someone's clipping it right now.
LB here, he'd seen that I was making music with one of my other homies, Raymundo, and he invited us to a show, and we had actually made a song. Like a couple weeks prior to going to this show, and LB's performing, and at the end of that show, and like I'm not in the right state of mind. Like I didn't even think I was gonna be performing. Like I don't even think I'd ever performed before. Like, I had just started making music, so I'm sitting, I'm vibing, I'm watching LB do his thing. I'm like, man, I can't wait till I'm doing that. And then I hear the beat, and I'm like, this song sounds familiar. And then LB's like, yeah, I need my two homies to come up on stage. I'm like, oh no.
Little exclamation point pops over your head.
Man, I got up on stage, made a fool out of myself. Wasn't the first, it was the first, definitely wasn't the last.
Yeah.
Made a fool out of myself on stage, but now it's like, but now it's crazy because it's like coming from that was what, 3-4 years ago?
That was probably. Are you talking about
5 years
That
ago?
was the day we met Nick Jenkins and Warhol, wasn't it?
No, that was a different.
That was around that era, but it
Okay,
was definitely 5 years ago because I was still in college around then. I graduated 2019.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
But I
Definitely
was
thank
so
you.
nervous. I was so nervous
Educated
to like
scholar
go up there
right
that night, and now I was so nervous to go up there that night, and now it's like going on stage is like one of the most comfortable things for me.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to think about the progression of like live performance.
Absolutely.
Like, you would never think that I've ever been
seen
afraid
it.
to perform.
I seen it then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I know how it is, man, and I feel like we've all had that experience of that first time on stage, and you're just like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and people are watching you, and it's that moment of like, I'm up here, and people are looking at me, but you just embrace it.
I got a confession about getting up on stage, guys.
Yes, sir.
I used to do plays in high school.
That's dope.
Yeah, sophomore year, I was like, I was doing Shakespeare.
Get your laughs out, Jay.
I'm not laughing at the plays. Like you set that up like it's gonna be a lot worse. Like,
nah, man. Like some people be clowning me. I was getting clowned. Hey yo, like the shorties in the theater program were. Bro, I had some of mine. Like, remember that one time at band camp? That was that one time. Come on now, But no, like, so I was always on stage. Like, my first, like, stage fright was in acting class when I was, like, getting ready to go on stage. But once I, like, started doing that, it was, like, home.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
So you used to be an actor like Drake. That's wild, bro. What Drake say?
I don't have any silence. I have nothing to say, bro. I was doing theater, bro. I was doing theater. But no, and I like to troll Rio because he's a Drake stan, but like Rio wrote that letter that Stan wrote to Eminem, and he's here still. He drove off the bridge, but he's still here. But
Drake,
yeah, so
I wrote
being
you, but
on
you still
stage
ain't
was
calling.
always so natural, and I remember I think Grizzly was the only person that didn't really have to be like get them in the zone to go on stage. Like Bax's earlier shows, like he'd be like, "Bro, I'm freaking out."
I choked the whole minute verse, standing just staring. It was really funny. I was at a coffee house.
Oh,
it was V3 through it.
that Lyle spot.
Yeah, I like that spot. The
It
first time
happened.
I was there,
Something.
I choked hard, and it was really funny. But after that, it was fine. I was not afraid anymore because the worst happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like it's almost
that was the biggest
necessary
push. Yeah,
as far to like
literally.
continue on the performing. Like you got to get that. And we've had even as a group a handful of like really iffy performances. Some way worse than others and stuff.
Sure.
Where
I'd say mids at worst.
right, no,
Never
it's
had a
not like
bad-
terrible. Like
Most
anybody's
yeah,
like these
I
guys
feel you.
suck, but it's like we notice our mess
It
ups
wasn't
a lot,
ideal, right?
and then we ended up practicing because like there is 6 of us, so there's been times there's only been one mic. We played a show not too long ago where the mic cord was no joke, like
dang.
a 4-foot one singular mic
jeez.
that we all.
Talk about a circus act, man.
It was so goofy, but we still made it work because we had situations in the past where we were really bad at like passing the mic and during the group songs, and we'd like miss the first half of our verse or miss our cue and then like screw up everything else. So I feel like we had to go through that in order to get to where our stage presence is now, which I think is pretty pretty
it's strong.
great.
It's
yeah.
strong.
I mean,
For
our
sure,
stage
yeah.
presence back then was fire.
It's
but
pretty. I mean, nothing too on.
Even when we messed up, just the energy of the six of us up there is
Right.
always what stands out. So
For sure. Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, that was the first thing that before you guys even did anything. You feel me? The first thing that stood up was you guys came up and it was 6 of y'all, and I was like, dang, okay, for sure. What's up? You feel me? And what I love too is the diversity of your guys' group
Yeah,
too.
man.
You know, I feel like that's what really stands out as well. You know, and I don't know, man. I feel like, you know, whether where you guys are at now or, you know, once you guys get a lot bigger, you know, you're always going to be an inspiration because of not only your talent but just the diversity that you guys have, and show that skin color doesn't matter. You know,
Right.
you just being yourselves, coming together and making music and just being yourselves, and like even outside of the music, just coming together and being homies and having that sincerity in your relationship. I mean, speaks volumes. You know, so
The
again,
Midwest needs it.
for sure.
There,
For sure.
Like, there hasn't been anything like this from the Midwest in time. Like, you know, and like I think you would reference some names for people that were from the Midwest.
what about Goody Mob?
Pivot Gang's probably the closest.
Goody Mob's Atlanta.
I mean, as far as like, well, Chicago. And speaking in terms of Chicago, a lot of people when they think of groups, the first thing that comes to my mind personally, I would say like Do or Die, or Crucial Conflict. And a lot of people say that, you know. And Chicago is not really known. We're a powerhouse when it comes to talent, but not really known for big groups.
Yeah.
I mean,
You get like
save money.
I'm talking in terms of the
Cohesive,
history.
like all on the
Cohesive,
same
the history
songs.
has
Like,
been.
Save Money
I was-
definitely is a good example.
Oh, yeah.
But they aren't doing it like a group.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
They're more of
somebody
a collection of artists for
For
sure.
sure.
Yeah, somebody solidified, like, you know, West Coast has, like, you know, NWA. New York has Wu-Tang, you know.
Or even with Odd Future, right?
I was going to say, Odd Future, too, you know.
ASAP Mob.
ASAP Mob, you know.
Yeah.
And like, it's like the history of where it's going right now. You know, we're trying to solidify ourselves as a group coming from the Midwest that could put on like that. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you feel, just in your guys' perspective, what do you feel like? I mean, you guys have already set a foundation, but what do you feel like you guys have to do to take those next steps to really, I don't know, not to say that you're not already cemented, but to really feel that, you know,
get to that level.
Exactly.
It's definitely a climb.
Like
A climb.
Steep learning curve.
I think we got
So
to
leading the city?
I definitely think outside shows, like outside of the
Yeah.
city,
More.
and like we kind of branch out slowly from the Midwest and then start going to either coast or whatever.
Sure.
I also think one thing that we've been doing recently is shooting a lot of music videos
Right.
and just trying to get content on the internet, because like 16-year-old kids are blowing up on TikTok with some stuff they record off their phone,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Sure.
And I know, and we all know our music is great and we love it. So to put it in front of people like that is the best way.
Yeah.
And I think that'll lead to us getting shows out of the state
Absolutely.
and out of the city, you know?
Absolutely.
But I'd say those are probably the two biggest: content and live shows out of the state.
Yeah.
Exposure, get in front of more eyes for
Yeah,
sure.
facts. I would say like the marketing aspect, you know, because in Chicago you get a lot of artists. They might not want to support you. A lot of people from your schools, they might not want to support you.
Yeah.
But it's like, don't even think about it. There's billions of people on the internet every
Exactly.
day. So
Exactly.
just figuring out how to market ourselves on the internet and social media, navigating that space. You
Yeah.
know, I think that's really going to be the next core value.
And that's like a slight challenge for us because we're all very much like in-person type of people. Like
Sure.
we're not the type to be like, oh, that was funny, let's document that so we can post it, you know. Like, it
Right, make
feels
that
very-
joke again. Like,
Yeah.
very, very in the moment type people too, you know?
We're try, like shout out Filthy, like we're getting better at just setting up a camera and like capturing natural moments, and I think that's where we'll thrive. I think streaming will be a huge thing for us, like just
Yeah.
streaming our hangout sessions, because
Absolutely.
we're together as a group very often, and like I think people would love to see how our songs come together.
For sure.
'Cause it's a funny process, honestly.
Yeah, it's goofy. It gets goofy sometimes, and that's what's great.
You want to open up on it a little bit?
Oh, there's just it's just a lot of trolling.
Lots of trolling. You'll be trying to make a song and then they'll be like, "Hey man,"
What's
and you're like,
rapping
"What's
UK
up?"
accent?
And then we'll go on like a 25-minute tangent of everybody just screaming in UK accents. Like, we're like, all right, we try to make the song now. Like, for sure.
Hey, I gotta hear these UK accents. Y'all don't have to.
That was a whole.
I was just messing with you.
Filthy
LB's
wankers.
getting PTSD.
I know it will end up deep diving metal covers of TikTok songs.
That too, yeah.
Everybody loves a good metal cover every once in a while.
Rap rock.
May the Wellerman come.
The sea shanties.
Soon may the Wellerman come to the girl leave and go. We literally sat for
like that.
we sat for 3 hours. We sat for 3 hours. Like, we were at the studio like on paid time. And bro, we literally got to like easily the 6th remix of that song. Like we got like to a gent metal, like a cover of it, EDM
and it was
cover
good.
of it.
The gent one was good.
I must have
I
left.
was definitely.
I wanted to leave.
I
don't know why I didn't leave.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
That's funny, man. But no, we get. I feel like we all have like slight ADD or something. 'Cause we'll get like one of us will get sidetracked, and then we'll like rope another one or everybody into our sidetrack,
And then it's over with.
Yeah, and it's hilarious. But then we're like, man, what about that verse we were trying to do?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Wait.
laptop died during that whole time we were goofing off.
We'll still end up making like 4 songs. At least
Somehow.
We'll do that in the middle of making the songs. That's what happened. That's what's funny.
We'll still crank
get work
out
done.
music that night too.
Yeah, sometimes it don't make sense. And then we'll be like drinking or something, and I'll like wake up the next day and be like, man, I got 5 new songs in my email. What happened?
I made these.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's cool, man.
That's awesome.
AK said, Grizzy will nap and wake up with a hot 16 freestyle.
Dude, AK, crazy point.
That's the most accurate thing.
It's finally coming out now.
Bro, we'll be chilling for like 3 hours, you know, and I like Grizzy just sits there like this, like, eyes closed, not saying a word, not moving, sleep. And then I'm like, yo, Grizzy, you still hopping on this? He's like, yeah. Gets up, had it, like was writing it in his sleep. I'm like, do we got a robot in the group or something? Was he just downloading the verse the whole time?
No, the one time he woke up and he was like, I just had the craziest dream that I already recorded this verse. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm just going to do it again. I was like, do it again?
I don't know how to explain it. So side note, I used to work overnights. Tough.
Used to, past tense, love to hear it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it right now. But yeah, working on overnights, man. Doing the sessions with these guys, it'd be late nights too. So it'll be times where I'm like, I gotta go work at 10. We in the studio at like 8 or 9. I'm like, charging up. I gotta get this out, And
For sure.
the best way I take note from Wayne and Jay-Z,
Yes, sir.
I haven't wrote in like 2 years now, probably like a year and a half, 2 years, and I find that it works best for me. I can write down a 16, but I find that it works. It's way more quicker, way more mechanics of getting what I need to get out and go.
I feel it. I feel like too. Like I'm a big freestyler too. I love freestyling, and like I feel like when you're there, like maybe on the outside, but on the inside, like where you're at, man, I feel like you're so zoned. Even if, I don't know whether you're asleep or not, but I feel like you're zoned in, you're locked in. You know exactly how you're gonna come, right?
It's crazy because it's such a chemistry with all these guys where I can literally be asleep, man.
Yeah.
Somebody can say something. It's like,
I
hear that, and like, something resonates in my mind. Like, you
For
gotta
sure.
get this. Like I was telling Ron that night. I think it was another night too. It was a song Bruce was playing. It was like it was a crazy dream I had. It was like I seen the video being shot to the song that was being played, and I was like, I woke up and I told Ron that. He was like, damn, what are you talking about? Sound like a madman right now.
You're definitely in tune, man. You got them premonitions going on,
Like I said, the chemistry is there, bro. The chemistry between all 6 of us is like uncanny. That's what makes us as a group.
Yeah,
I feel like it's interesting because like when people come around us, it gets a little weird because like it's like some people be like, y'all that cool? Is this a whole front? Like
from that same person, I'm not gonna say his name.
I'm not gonna say no names, but
right,
it's just
right,
like one person was very freaked out. He's like,
it was like one of the
"Y'all not
best
that cool."
quotes that I ever heard anybody say to us. He's with a straight face. He I think he was talking to Bruce, and we were just all around, and he was like, so is the whole like Jackson 5 thing, like, is that real? Bro, I could not stop laughing. And anytime I think about it, I just like because it is real. The whole Jackson 5 thing is very real.
We're like a hive mind.
Yeah, it's a big hive mind. It's weird how we move, man.
It's very strong.
We changed that man's life. For sure.
It's a very strong energy when you're around it. And like, some people can't handle it. Some people actually cannot handle it, and it's.
Why do you think? Why do you feel that?
Because it's like we're 6 people, but we have the same goal every day.
Right.
And it's like a lot of people, you would think they would all start thinking alike the more they hang around with their friends, but honestly, it's like not the case, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're 6 different people through one energy source.
That's awesome.
So it's like it's just wild for me sometimes. Even I'm like, these are really like my brothers. You know?
We'll
So
step out and be like accidentally matching or like wearing inverted colors or like.
Or literally be talking about something
song.
early in the day. It'll probably be like 3 people in the group talking about something, come together, and then like other people, like the other 3 will talk about the same thing. Like, what?
Like even right now, three of us have shades on, 3 of us don't. You know, like,
symmetry. Yeah.
We don't plan this stuff.
I remember we were pulling up to shoot a video,
right?
And the whole car ride there, I was singing Party Rockers. I was like, Party Rockers in my house.
Banger.
And just like, I was just singing it just for whatever. There's no reason for me to be singing it. And I get out of the car and I sing it over to the boys who were already there. And they all start kind of freaking out. And I was just like, what's going on? And they were like, Al's been singing that this whole time. Like, why are you singing that right now? And I was just like, I don't know. This is the
Good
vibe,
song,
dude.
good song.
Good song.
Classic 2015 bang.
Literally.
Yeah.
Weird sync-ups like that.
Weird thing. You got out the car and you were singing it, and I looked at Bax and I was like, and I was called over to him like, bro, why are you singing that right now? I was like, wait a minute, like,
I don't know.
I was like, were y'all on the phone with each other or something? He's like, no, bro, I just put. I'm like,
this is my first time talking.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Crazy.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool, man. I'm a big believer in spirituality and just the higher force and whatnot, good and bad, right? So yeah, no, I can feel it. I don't know about Boss Dan, but I'm sure
I can absolutely feel it. Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's,
Yeah, the connection and the love you have for y'all, it's definitely palpable. It's definitely you can feel it. As soon as you all came together and sat down, you could feel like the camaraderie just immediately happened as soon as all you guys kind of sat down and got together.
Yeah, man.
It was really cool. And so I guess like you were a little bit talking about how Bruce, you were kind of saying how you had the idea 11 years ago about MKTP, but you said like Rio has joined like a couple years ago, so like it's kind of been forming. Has there been other members that kind of jump in, jump out? Has there
the
been
faces you see now aren't some of the ones that you saw years ago? Like we've kind of had a changing of the guards. There's people that were in and aren't anymore. But right now, I think this is the most like just cohesive and proud of like the group that I am, you know, because like we've always been friends and stuff. Like Ronnie, we were friends for a long time before he actually started rapping, like and contributing to MKTP. Like Grizzy, I had to like try to get him in the group because at first he was just doing his solo thing. Like, and LB, he wasn't a rapper, he was a basketball player for the longest time, and I was like, you like have an energy, bro, like do you rap, what do you do? And he was just like, I just hoop, you know. And like, and then back to me, like it was like a real natural thing. I think you just
I lived down the street from you.
Yeah, but like how'd you come over for the first time?
P Granny.
Oh yeah, one of our boys, P Grams, one of the first like way back original members, was close with him, and P would always be telling Alec about it, but he was just like, I don't know, because he was like music in like that. But then once he finally came over and I played him some songs, it was just like,
yeah, I think it was like some weird circumstance that I had to go. I think P dragged me. He's like, all right, let's go meet him. I was like, all right, cool. And that was at Jake's house, Pop Tart.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was that over there. But yeah, I like randomly met it, and then after that day, I like woke up at like 4 a.m. with the song that he was playing, and I was like, yo, let's make some music. And he was awake and texted me. He was like, yeah, come by right now. And I chilled like that whole day, and then ever since then we just kind of been making music. So that pretty naturally is really weird.
I'm very happy. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And then I met Grizzy in a music production class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at COD.
Okay.
Yeah. We both had dreads at the time. I walked in and I was like, oh, there's another dreadhead, you know what I'm saying? You got some good vibes, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say what's up, you know what I'm saying? Keep the peace, roster. But, yeah, so that's how we met, and then we was kicking it, and then I was already kind of in the group, like, trying to figure out, like, what I wanted to do as a musician, I guess. And then, yeah, Ronnie came around and was like, hey, I'll be the drummer. And then I was kicking it with him always. And then Bax and Bruce was kicking it. And then that's how it kind of all came together. Yeah.
It's fascinating.
I had actually met Grizzy like years before like I even knew about MKTP.
It was through LB.
For real? I
That's
always wonder how we
just laughs.
That's
the crazy
come
part.
to your crib and like you would play me beats and
Yeah,
stuff.
true.
I remember we freestyled at that party and I never brought it up, but I was like, how did I meet Grizzy?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like I
That's
met all y'all through LB. All because I met him in the random music.
That's true. I never
Random music class.
realized
Yeah, because shout out to Mr. Paoli at COD College of DuPage. You feel me? Shout out to my OG because I did not want to go to college. At first. I was also do the working thing. I'm gonna give me some money. She's like, you gotta if you gonna stay here, you gonna go to school. So
it's okay, Grizzly. Shout out to bad grades because I had no choice, man. I was supposed to go to a school to play basketball, but I couldn't even. I'm not even gonna say what I graduated with. It was not good.
Yeah, but I met this man through I seen one of the music class. I was doing engineering at the time, Adobe Audition. I was like,
Nice.
I seen it as an elective, audio engineering. I was like, I'll take a class. You feel me? And from there, I met him. He, like I said, we just clicked from the beginning. He's like, hey, you do music? All right, let me see what you got. And I showed him, and from there, that's how I met all these guys. I think we met at that night we did that party we did. That one show. Then we went to that party where we met Mick. We met Mick.
Yeah,
I think that was the first night because it was me, Bruce was there, you were there. You was with.
I feel like I knew you before that.
You always say that.
No, because bro, you had this beat that I wanted to rap over. It was called like Code E86 or something, and the cover of it was the car.
Yeah.
So when
so
I knew about the beat. I think I met you through Raymundo. I think you must have gave shout out Raymundo. I think you must have gave Raymundo Grizzy info for beats, and then Raymundo showed me his beats.
Cause that beat you wanted, I had already rapped on.
You didn't rap on it yet, did you?
You had like showed me it, and then I was in the middle of writing it.
Okay, yeah. That was
like I knew of you, but the first time we met in person might have been that party. But I already knew who you were.
Yeah, that was around like 2015, 2016 around that time. Yeah.
No.
It was, bro.
I had dreads, so it had to be like 2014.
No, it's 2015 because that's why I was staying down in Bolingbrook. You know, shout out to my homie Armani too, Armani Devon.
I've been to that crib.
Yeah, that's my crib over there. Yeah, that was 2015. Yeah, but it's crazy how we all came together like that. It's just like Bruce said, all the pieces is like a puzzle, just fitting. Sometimes pieces don't go the way, another piece comes and it fulfills the whole whole picture. You know, so that's the beautiful part of it.
That is awesome. That is beautiful for sure. That was damn good. Musically, how would you guys define your sound? Because obviously there's a lot going on here. You feel there's lots to contribute. So how would you?
I feel like I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But like because we all make different type of beats. Like I feel like Bax and I, when we all have like our solo music, it's you can more so tell the difference of energy. I guess like Bax and I generally we have a duo project that we're working on, and that's more like introverted type stuff and like kind of speaking your mind and getting stuff off your chest. Whereas like Rio and LB, and I mean all four of them have like this certain like swag and like kind of like party type vibe rap, and I mean they can all Bax and I can have that vibe too, and then they could all be introverted and say the stuff that they don't necessarily want to say, whatever, But I think it all depends on really where the beat comes from and the energy the beat has.
Absolutely.
And who starts the song.
And who's the first person to rap. That's a big key part too.
That determines the tone of the song.
Definitely.
The first person that gets on it.
Definitely. I mean, I wouldn't put us in any kind of box as far as like, when you're going to listen to MKTP, you're going to hear this type of sound, like this type of music, because we all have such different styles, like physically different styles, and then also like I'm talking about our attire clothing.
Physically,
I mean, we just look different, but
aesthetically,
yeah. But man, you lose my track.
It's all right. We all bring different like types of sounds. I know that like Grizzy and Bruce will come with like a heavier sample chop, where me and Ron will just make it heavy bass.
As heavy as
possible.
I want it to be mean mugged the entire time. And like my car to be just shaking. That's the type of stuff I like.
But then they'll dive into that as well. And like the more we're around each other, we start picking up on more like the nitpicky things that makes it their style.
Sure.
It's really interesting. And it's starting to just like it'll only flourish more as we get more into it. Yeah. So
one thing that we thrive on is not being compared to a lot of people when we make songs as a group. Like there's like our group tracks are pretty one of a kind.
They're
Yeah,
definitely
very unique because there's not many people, like many artists, you can say, oh wow, this MKTP song sounds like this, you know. So that's one thing that I'm very proud of from these guys. So
nice.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys all like use one one DAW, or do you have different DAWs? You just kind of pass things off, or what's
battle of the DAWs?
Is it
Pro Tools supremacy? Pro Tools
okay.
Supremacy.
So as far as recording, they so Pro Tools over here.
Ableton.
I also use Ableton.
They use Ableton for recording and also making their beats and everything.
And I do all the
I'm
mixing
the
and
FL guy,
engineering.
you know.
I'm right there with you on that FL squad.
I started as a FL.
Yeah, same. I started on FL.
That's where a lot of people usually start, right?
It was dope. I liked it a lot. But it's just like Ableton is just easier.
I hated the
That's
piano.
Ableton's
it's
more
live recording, so you could just kind of tap it in. You just
right.
Finger drumming the whole time. And it's real fun. Just finger blasting the drums.
Blast beats on that.
So as a non-music person, I guess like my question is, if you guys do use different software, can that be harmful to like a session? Like, can it be difficult to like export something from FL to move it to Ableton, or like Ableton to FL? Can that be kind of a pain?
Not necessarily.
Bouncing has gotten pretty easy.
Yeah, it's as simple as like, if you make something, for example, if I make something in FL, I can export it as a wave and send it to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then it's also like if we record like on Ableton, it's like then that whole song gets done on Ableton.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's like we don't really switch it out.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
And it's like usually most of the recording is done on like Bruce's laptop or my laptop. So when we go to mixing, it just stays all in that same laptop and stuff.
Yeah.
But it makes it pretty easy. The only tricky part is, especially with different DAWs, and I think this is like a universal problem, where if you're trying to send stems, like all individual layers, whenever I receive stems and I try to put them in my Ableton, it's all in the wrong place, and they all start at the wrong time, the wrong tempos. So it's like you gotta like puzzle piece it together.
Even when they're
consolidated.
Yeah, you just have to make it all the same length.
I just Googled and Googled.
So look. I figured it out. I figured it out. You have to export the entire song. You just have to mute and unmute each track.
Oh, you were telling me that.
Yeah,
the
just
other day
export
when we were
the
in the car.
entire song. It sucks.
Yeah, it's a long process.
It's a long process.
But if it's also puzzle piecing it together is an excruciating process.
Exactly.
By the time I get it like all mapped out, I'm like, all right, I don't even want to work on this song anymore. Like, I need to make something new, or I'm just gonna go watch some movie or something. Like,
I feel like that's why we kind of ended up doing what we're doing now and just making it on whoever's.
It makes it a lot easier. Because for a period of time, Bax lived in Colorado, and the duo project we were working on, he would send me his verses and stuff, and that was just like vocal layers, so it wasn't as hard to puzzle piece. But even that was like, okay, his environment is different than what I recorded in, so it was like trying to match what the background, make sure there's no background noise and all that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But we made it work. We made it work.
Yeah, I mean, we ended up re-recording most of it.
Yeah, but it worked for the time period.
For the time being, yeah.
Shout out you being back here, though.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Colorado's beautiful, but
it's a nice place, but I like it better as vacation.
Yeah.
I don't like the.
How long you been back?
I think 2 years now. Jeez.
Yeah, about.
Probably, right? Yeah. It's been 2 years. I was out there for like 5 years total. It was cool.
Denver?
No, I lived in Fort Collins for 3 years, and then Boulder for like a year and a half.
Okay, for sure.
I stayed away from Denver because it's just expensive.
Yeah.
So
dang hipsters,
all those craft beer,
all those stoners,
all their kush and mushrooms. They decriminalized mushrooms in Denver, so that's like a whole thing. But it was cool living out there, but the music scene wasn't really what I enjoyed. And like I saw what they were doing when I was out there. I kind of left because I was like just trying to find something else to do. I didn't like what was going on here, so I just kind of like picked up and left within like a 2-week span. I didn't tell anyone. I just like kind of dipped.
I feel it be like that sometimes, man.
Yeah, it's just like you gotta do preserve your peace, you know.
Absolutely.
But I learned that being out there was not that great. I learned a lot, like music production wise, and like just kind of like becoming my own artist.
Sure.
Because that was kind of what we were doing at the time. We were like trying to focus on developing ourselves and making those like tapes and stuff. So that was like a great learning curve for me, especially coming back, just jumping right into shows, like back to back to back until COVID. So that was like a really interesting time. But I'm so much happier to be here because red eyes are not fun.
Yeah. Well, I feel you, man. I feel you.
I don't like flying.
Flying, yeah.
I love
I like flying.
As a fellow big man, I also agree with you, man. Flying can be brutal, man. Some of those seats are not meant for broad shoulders.
And I was doing it for economy, so I was going Spirit sometimes.
Oh, God bless you.
He was sitting on a bar stool.
There came a point where I started flying Southwest.
Yeah, that's what I fly. I fly Southwest, but even then, sometimes like the Southwest boarding. This is my expert opinion on. I'm from Boston, so I fly back and forth from Boston to here quite frequently. So what I do is I usually sit in the aisle and then I just spread my shoulders and I just sit up like this the whole time. So then when people are coming down the flight, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to sit in that middle seat. I don't want to sit in that middle seat next to that guy." And then there's some woman who's like, "Can I sit there?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And I get up.
Because you feel like an ass if you
yeah,
sit
like
there.
I can't say no. Like there's no assigned
ding,
seating.
ding, 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 ding.
That's a donkey.
What?
Don't try and put them under in your dugout. They're still
It's okay. I'll take myself out of it. It's all good. I'll take myself out of it. It's
I
okay.
call every one of my curse words.
I won the last time.
He did.
So
He did win.
It's all good. I'll take the L.
He did win.
Take the L for the team. Continue, Boss Dan.
No, but it's just like I definitely feel like the flying and I'm a taller person, so like man, my knees just always jam right up on those seats.
Worse, man.
Oh, so then that's why I like hope there's no one next to me, so I can kind of like just like sit like this and just steal that leg room that's right next to me and be like, "Yep, I'm stealing this middle seat's leg room." Absolutely.
Yeah, people
feel
think it's
it,
actually a child kicking the seat. It's just my
Bro,
Adjusting every 30 seconds. Like,
I had family in Texas, and when I was younger, I would every once in a while go be like an unaccompanied minor, right? And I remember there was this one time where I was on the plane, it was all good, whatever. But I was sitting by a fairly large person, you feel me? And I don't remember what the reason, what it was, whatever. But I'm just chilling, I think I got my arm on the seat on the C res, and it was a woman. She literally in the middle of the flight, whatever. I'm just cooling. All of a sudden, I feel like she just like literally like jerks her arm. It's just like she didn't say nothing, but she was like, "My armrest."
She asserted her dominance. How old were you at this time?
I don't know. Maybe, not even 10 yet, maybe 10 or 11. I was a young one. I was an unaccompanied minor. You feel me? I was by myself, so she just,
no
this is mine.
Are gonna yell at me for this.
So I was like, I was the person that Dan was like, I was like, no, I'm not. If I can't, I'm not going to sit next to that person, whatever. But not to be rude, you feel me? But I learned my lesson. The other side of the story, exactly. I was like the victim. No, but I totally get it. I totally understand. Speaking of flying, would y'all say have y'all flown as a group to other places or
one time?
Yeah, where at?
We went to Miami and
I wasn't Cali, and you didn't come with us.
I was in California at the same time. My buddy was getting married the same time that they were in California.
Really? No
so
way.
I was in I don't even remember what part of California I was in.
Yeah, we didn't do it. It wasn't for the music. It wasn't for music.
Drove into Texas.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that was
we said,
Where in Texas?
We went to
Austin.
South by Southwest.
Okay, nice. Oh, right.
Yeah, we were
to
just on the
South by
strip.
Southwest. That was dope. We got to perform.
Really? How was that?
Shout out Sub Wi-Fi.
Nice.
It was a street performance, so it's just like people.
Well, we performed 2 days.
Oh yeah, the first day we performed at a
It was like a
laundromat, crab shack,
it was like a
daiquiri
liquor
bar.
store. Like,
They had like
the daiquiri
daiquiri
gas
slushies.
though.
Yeah.
The daiquiri.
LB
whatever they
loved
were.
his 40-gallon.
Literally, LB was like, I'm just getting one drink, and it's like a bucket, a styrofoam
He asked
bucket
us,
of
man,
slush.
what flavor you want? There's so many flavors. I want all of them.
And he did. And the
I'm
dude,
sure about that.
The dude literally told him, "This is gonna mess you up," and he said, "Good." And it did. It did its job.
That was a great vacation, baby.
That was great. That was a great time.
Austin's
I look like I'm okay, but sometimes I just miss Austin, Texas.
Austin's weird, though.
Deep down, I just miss Austin.
Austin's nice, yeah.
No, what was the bar that we were at?
The bungalow.
The bungalow.
Shout out
That's
John
where he-
Cleaver.
The bungalow.
I know John Cleaver. He's a guy, been in the bungalow yet?
Yeah, he owns the bungalow.
that
Shout
guy.
out John Cleaver.
Shout out John.
That was a great time at the bungalow.
No, so I mean, we haven't flown anywhere together, but that was our only trip as like a unit.
Oh, we flown to Miami.
Yeah, but real.
I didn't go to
I
Miami.
mean,
I didn't go to
wasn't-
Miami.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, what was it? Kang and Travis.
yeah.
Yeah, and John.
John.
Madison Miko. I know it was a good time too. We didn't necessarily work on music. Like we went there with the intention to make music, and then Miami was Miami, and we were like, this is awesome. So we were outside the Airbnb almost the entire time.
Yeah. And we almost lost LB too.
And we did almost lose.
Not
LB.
like we physically like lost this man. We were like the little divvy bikes you can get.
Oh yeah.
We were on those, and like I guess LB took a wrong turn, bro. He was like, oh.
He said, I'm at Burger King.
I lost him, man. I lost him. All right, so out there in Miami, they got the little moped bikes you could rent, electric. So I got one. Yeah, mine had the Bluetooth. I was trying to collect my Bluetooth, play the music. So I'm telling Bruce, like, yo, hold on. They're like, yo, bro, just come on. I'm like, oh, my God. All right, so I hook it up. As soon as I turn around, they're gone. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I know they went in that direction, so I'll just go.
Didn't go in that direction.
Nah. End up by like the Miami Heat Stadium.
Really? Wow.
My little bike like was out of the district, so I just had to park it. Ended my ride, free ride, and yeah, man. Oh, and on my way there, a biker gang like they like led me to my destination.
Really?
Yeah, it was wild.
That's dope.
He joined up.
Yeah, he got the patches and everything. So.
That's how you got jumped in.
That's what I pictured. I pictured him just surrounded by a whole bunch of people in bikes and whatever. He's like, "This is it,
my friend. Come on,
this is it.
You're with us now.
You lost? Come on."
We're all smoking Marlboro Reds.
It was tight.
That's awesome.
Miami
So,
was good, so.
Is there any like specific place you guys like kind of pre-envision yourselves to perform or would like to go out?
New York for sure. New York.
We're at New York.
We need
Okay.
to go to New York.
Miami again, LA. I would say
everywhere. Any city.
Our goal right now as
Atlanta.
we want to try and get on like an actual South by Southwest bill. Like that's like when we went, we were like, man, this is such a cool experience and all these different artists and stuff. But we weren't in the like actual festival.
Okay.
Like we were just on 6th Street, right? It was like the main strip or something. It was like in that area. Whatever. I don't really remember. I was drinking. But,
Lone Star.
Lone Stars. Shout out Lone Stars. Also shout out Montucky's. They didn't have them out there, but shout out Montucky. But but Lone Stars were delicious, and they were like $2 a piece or whatever, and they were delicious. But anyways, we weren't on like the bill, so we made it a point to like, okay, let's do our thing, make as many connections as possible while we're out here this time, and then next year we're trying to get on an actual bill and have a set and be a part of like the actual festival.
Right.
But
It takes little steps though.
of course, and I mean it was
Just being out there.
it was super
Feeling the
cool.
energy,
I
right?
feel like it brought us closer because that was the first time we were ever together, and we were all crammed in 2 vehicles. So like Rio and I basically slept on each other's shoulders most of the ride, and like we're all just like cooped up with neck pillows. But
Thank you, AK, for driving.
yeah, shout out AK drove the entire way there.
Oh, wow.
Not let me drive.
16 hours.
All of the driving while we were there to any destination we went to, even Whataburger at 3 a.m. multiple times. And then all the way back, he did not let anybody else drive.
Wow,
But he's a
power
dog.
to him. Power
Dude, he
to
got
him.
that dog in him. That's all it is.
It's funny you mentioned Whataburger because Dan and I were just talking. He had just recently gone to Texas, and he was saying it's kind of. I've never. It's never been anything special for me.
Wraps, man.
It's definitely the best of like the fast food.
No.
Out of everything,
What's
Texas,
better? What
maybe.
better fast food burger is there than Whataburger?
Portillo's.
Portillo's is like
Wendy's.
I wouldn't consider Portillo's fast food. I would not.
Portillo's is fast food.
Five Guys is trash. Culver's,
Wrong.
I might.
You liked Whataburger more than Five Guys?
Five Guys is
Out of the
literally-
2 greasiest fat burgers you'll ever have, Five Guys destroy it.
Let me give you guys some pretense.
Peanut butter.
Rio's rap name, Rio, stands for really ignorant opinions. Just before you hear anything he says,
Where does that come from? Is that off the top? I never heard that. I heard that. I heard RC Cola, Rio Cola, but
RC Cola.
Shout out Rio Cola. Shout out RC Cola. I'm looking for that sponsorship. Rio Cola.
Hey, they can use it.
Yeah, shout out Montucky Cold Snacks. I'll drink beer, but please sponsor the group.
I would have to say, like, I didn't get to try Whataburger down there, but I did.
Fire.
The
Fire,
In-N-Out
fire,
in
fire.
Texas, I like better than the In-N-Out in Cali.
I agree.
See, that's another In-N-Out. Like I wasn't.
pretty mixed.
In-N-Out
Overrated.
but an In-N-Out burger is like $3.
Yeah.
Didn't I have In-N-Out
Cheap.
with you
Cheap.
in LA? Was that the one that we had?
I think so. Yeah,
That was not that great. We waited like 45 minutes for it too.
It was like In-N-Out was like crazy. Like
overrated.
It's basically like how the Portillo lines is
Yeah,
there.
oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like that at In-N-Out, bro.
Oh yeah.
But it's like it's a fast food place. It's like being like eating like
Lining up for
McDonald's.
the
But
mids.
like I said, the Texas one I mess with. I don't know what they doing down there. Keep doing it, but the one in LA was.
You gotta get the extra animal sauce. Otherwise, it is mids. The sauce is
Ooh,
what makes
drown it in.
Animal sauce. Yeah, that's
the
true.
sauce
That's
is what
cool.
makes the burger, and the fact that it's like less. Than
And the fries. It makes the fries.
I don't know.
Those
I don't know if I've
tiny,
had.
Those shoestring steak and shake.
Yeah, I think In-N-Out is basically the same thing as Steak and Shake. Same exact quality of food.
I'll give you that.
Very similar, yeah.
Both rough.
Whataburger is fire though.
Sleep on Steak and Shake.
I like Steak and Shake.
Yeah. To be fair, my Whataburger experience was also delivered, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because like anytime food's delivered, it kind of loses.
Right.
It loses a little bit of the taste or just like the high, whatever you want to call it. But like, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that the traveling did a little something to it, and I didn't have it. Like if I had it in there fresh and hot, that'd probably been a different
Bun
experience.
was a little soggy.
I love Whataburger. I mean, I don't love In-N-Out. I like In-N-Out. And then when I was in Houston, my mom stays in Houston. I went there for like a month, and I ate Whataburger. I think like every other day because it was fire. And that was my first time having it. I was hooked after having it.
You like Arby's?
I might eat some Arby's, but it's never gonna be my first choice.
I've never had the appeal to even like roll up to an Arby's before, bro.
Arby's get a lot of flack.
Eat some
They
Arby's.
get a lot of
terrible,
flack. They get a lot of flack though.
They curly
Unnecessary
fries
flack.
is fire. The Jamocha shake is fire.
Sure.
They got the jalapeno poppers. Like I ain't gonna put them down, but like it's never gonna be my first choice. I'm a White Castle. I love White Castle.
Top 100 for sure,
Yeah.
bro.
I like White Castle a lot. I used to get it as well back.
I worked at White Castle for like 2 years. I ate it for
really?
breakfast,
Okay, there you
lunch,
go.
and dinner.
Yeah.
I ate it for
He
breakfast,
said that's
lunch,
fair.
and
Loyalty.
Checks out.
It's loyalty.
Never
called
got tired of
Stockholm
it.
syndrome.
Never got tired.
I used to work at Jimmy John's, and I was the same thing.
I
I
love
never got
Jimmy
tired
John's
of it.
too, man.
Yeah.
I do
McDonald's.
too. I like Jimmy John's a lot.
McDonald's was my first job growing up, and I still have loyalty to McDonald's. So I feel that.
Quarter pounder
Mac
with
sauce,
cheese.
They got some new sandwiches out. We got to test them. That was awesome.
Shout
guys
out
are the
Fusion.
Official
reasons they got
taste
'em on the menu.
testers. They bother me every day.
They always
I get messages
they always
all the
put the
time.
one that I did like on the menu though. Like when I'm going in there and they're like, which one didn't you like? I'll leave like a very thoughtful, detailed opinion as to
like,
why
what-
this
what's
one
this
was.
guy knowing?
Yeah, why so this one was mids. And then I go to McDonald's and it's like the one that I spent time giving them a detailed report on how mids it was. It's like, try our new product.
That's because they have other people in that room literally just
Nah,
there to eat, and they're just you hear them just clicking it. And I'm like, yo,
Exactly.
what are you doing?
They're not even taking the time
They
to like
smash the
taste it.
sandwich and just get up and leave. I'm like, yo, that is hilarious.
That's not what you're supposed to do.
Not at all. That's why we end up with weird flavors.
Nah, that chicken nugget taste test though, I ate like 40 nuggets.
I didn't do
day.
that one. I was upset.
Man, I was in a different state of mind. I was sitting there chewing each chicken nugget very thoughtfully, like savoring the taste of the sauces. I'm writing. I'm using words I ain't never
You
used.
see, I might not eat this flavor again. I gotta cherish this moment.
The new curry was very eloquent. And its delivery and its spice.
The judges are probably reading that. They're like, it's McDonald's, bro. It's not that
If y'all pay me and gave me free food, I'm gonna give y'all a thoughtful opinion.
Absolutely.
Y'all all right in my book.
AK said had some beef at Whataburger in Austin. No pun intended.
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
the sauce?
It's
Yeah,
38
we
You want
almost-
to talk
we
about
almost
$38
got it.
cents for
We
sauce.
had a nice little beef with the drive-through person. I think. Is
Let me
what
get the
that's-
manager.
He said no.
What's
He
the sauce?
Straight up.
Buddy
Sauce.
literally said, "Do you want me to get you the manager?" He's like, "No, I want you to give me the sauce." He was like, it was such a random number. It was like 36 cents or something. He's like, 38 cents.
38
You really
cents.
gonna ask me for 38 cents for the sauce? He's like, you can't just do that. He's like,
Yeah.
Nah.
They be tripping, man.
I didn't even want
It's
the
like-
sauce, and I was upset about that.
Yeah.
Like, how are you not just gonna hand this man
Exactly.
sauce? How does
Are you
Taco
kidding?
Bell afford to like dump,
Right.
Like
they always
bowls
they
of
put
sauces in
10
there?
on the screen and they give you a whole separate bag
But
of
they
50
charge
sauces.
you 38 cents. It's the weirdest thing.
Side note from that night, while y'all were going through that at Whataburger, me and Grizzy are at the crib. I'm mad, bro. I'm hungry. We had to leave early. I'm at the crib. I didn't get no food, so I'm at the crib just mad. There's no car around. I think there was a Jack in the Box in the motel parking lot.
Yes, there was.
They're closed. I'm just sitting there hungry.
Real was
upset.
desperate.
So I'm desperate, man. Ain't nothing open on DoorDash. I'm like, man, forget about it. There's a 7-Eleven. I'm about to order this TV dinner, and I ordered like a Snapple apple. I spent $18 on a Stouffer's TV.
I looked at this man like, you finna order a TV dinner right now.
There was a gas station also pretty close.
I didn't know that. It's
still closed. There's like one, like 2.
Yeah, no, it was later in the morning. Like 3.
And you know 7-Eleven was taxing, right?
$18 for a TV dinner and Snapple,
yeah, because
right?
we were in that
I
line
get
for
my
a while.
TV dinner, my Snapple. It doesn't cook all the way. I'm
Damn.
drunk and hungry. I'm eating it. It's like half cold. I get a phone call. It's AK. Yo, we stopping at Whataburger. I was so upset, man. Like, I'm like, no, I just spent $18 on a TV dinner and a Snapple apple. I was very upset.
Those moments be crucial though. Late night, you just looking for food. I know how that is.
That's the hunt right there, bro.
For real.
Let's
I get a bag of chips too.
let's wrangle back this interview onto MKPT as entertaining as this has been. You mentioned music videos, and I know that's been mentioned a few times as like a big facet of the next level growth of what you guys got going on. So you guys kind of want to open up on and heard what over around 8 or something like that going on in the Vol. So
all right, so when I first got in the group, I noticed that Bruce was like clearly really good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to go to college for, and I was like, all right, this guy's got no music videos.
Sure.
That's like the last aspect that he needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to film school, and then I came back. And I was shooting music videos for other artists, and it kind of just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started working a lot. And then kind of just fell out of making videos.
Yeah.
And then Ronnie got on me the other day and was like,
Hey, LB, I'm really sorry about that.
no, but it led me to know that I need to be accountable for what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
So I was not tripping. So I had to show him, like, you want a music video? I think he yelled at me on Saturday. I got a video shot Monday. So it's like, I really want to get these videos out, and I needed a team.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be making music, trying to promote us, trying to do my art in the meantime, and edit, and like,
for sure.
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Absolutely.
So, Filthy, shout out Filthy.
Shout out Filthy.
He was like, yo, I want to learn how to make, videos. I want to help you. I told him all you gotta do is just get a camera and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they taught me at film school.
Yeah.
You do it every day, you can't do nothing but get better, you know?
For sure.
So now we got a little team. I direct. I'll try to come up with concepts. Filthy will shoot. I'll help him out if he needs it. AK edits, and that's like kind of what I was looking for from the beginning. Because when I was in film school, they make you like figure out like, are you gonna be in this department, this department, this department? You can't do everything.
Yeah,
so
for
it's
sure.
like,
And you don't really realize that until you like get in, right?
Yeah. And it was hard for them to understand at first because they're like, you went to school, you got a camera, you know. But it's like, I kept trying to tell them like it's a certain way you go about building a production.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can make a simple video or whatever, but I think what makes us great right now is like having so many different opinions, so many different ideas that we can build that idea to do something that's so different,
For sure.
as well as our music and the visuals.
Yeah.
And that's been my whole thing from the jump. So yeah, man, shout out to Ronnie for getting on me, because now it like motivated me to really get snapping and really turn out these videos. Because I feel like people in Chicago ain't really been shooting videos like that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
Like,
I agree.
We don't really talk about the video aspects of what's going on. And being a visual creator, you know what I'm saying, as a visionary, I really want to show people like what we are, what we have to offer, and like something new that people have never seen before.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think it just takes a while, but I really needed a team. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I feel that. I feel that for sure.
Yeah, we've really like since, and shout out LB for being a good homie, because like when I brought it up to him, like I was definitely sauced. Like I was hammered. I was at the Sox game. It was a day game, and I was day drinking all day. Barely ate. Went and drank more. He met up with me. He was like, "Hey, what's up, good buddy?" I was like, "You gotta get on videos." And I definitely came with the wrong approach, but obviously, you know, we're homies, so he's being a very good sport about it. And, exactly, and I appreciate that on air, just so you know. I love you, LB, and there's never any animosity or any hate whatsoever. But
that ain't what he told me.
That's all fair stuff. That's all fair stuff. No. But
See, that's what we do on NSP. We mend relationships.
but since then, man, it's like we really have hit the ground running with the videos, and we Filthy did a thing with us the other day where we met the Chicago Spider-Man when we were just walking around the city by his crib. Shout out to Chicago Spider-Man. That man is really cool.
See him tomorrow.
Is he pulling up to the show?
I believe so.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So we're gonna have Spider-Man at our show tomorrow.
buzzing.
But anyways, so we had an idea to shoot one video, and then Rio had the idea to shoot 2 videos that kind of blended into one another. Mm-hmm. So then we ended up shooting 2 videos simultaneously, and it was just like such a weird experience, but it flowed so naturally. Mm-hmm. So now we have we're about to shoot a music video right after this,
yes,
you know.
Sir.
So we have 2 videos done, edited, that are probably going to drop fairly soon.
Yeah. Technically with buckets.
3 videos done, all going to be dropped within this month and the next month.
Oh, yeah.
And we have probably 4 or 5 and continuously growing more in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. And because we had our group tape come out December in late December of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have any videos or visuals. So we're trying to go back now and do videos for almost every single song on that.
Yeah.
While also simultaneously doing it for new content that we've
sure.
created.
Mm-hmm.
So that way it could be okay, this project still exists, let's get a little more eyes on it, but then also promote the new stuff.
Absolutely.
Which is
deluxe version. Filthy actually had the idea of dropping a deluxe version of the tapes to reintroduce the tape and some of the new songs that we've been working on as well, which is a very good idea.
Absolutely.
Especially with the videos for it.
Absolutely. I think because the group tape got a lot of good feedback, and the people who did listen to it and found it either through all of us sharing it nonstop or just on their own, it's all been very positive and whatnot. But I feel like we were talking about earlier with the video content, I feel like that's really going to get us a lot of exposure.
Oh, no doubt.
And people to see who's rapping what. If you just hear the audio and there's 6 of us, I have no idea which one of them that is. I guess it's that guy or maybe it's him, but seeing us and seeing how we represent ourselves in the said video, I think will go a very, very long way.
Absolutely. No, yeah, for sure. And that's just the age that we're in, especially with the TikToks and Instagram Reels and all that.
Yeah, that TikTok stuff's hard, bro. I'll try and make them by myself, and I just feel weird. And I'm just how long do I hold the button?
Yeah.
I feel like an
awkward,
old
right?
head, you know,
something you gotta break in your brain.
Yeah,
you
it's
stop thinking about it.
Right.
It's
right, and just you got to be so consistent with it. If you're not,
daily.
It's got to be 3-4 times a day, all different videos. You got to come up with concepts, and it's a lot.
Yeah,
the algorithm it either loves or hates you. It's
people just stack them up. I've realized, they have a bunch of footage, and they just make them throughout the day, and they just drop them at separate times. It's really weird.
But you see, there's a format, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's their music. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what they do. There's people who specifically do that. So it's I don't know.
And I feel our age group, you're right, man. I feel with our age group, kind of mid 20s ish, right? We're millennials, right? Later millennials. I feel we were really blessing and curse, we were that generation that got the taste of what the old heads are always talking about, going outside and get your knees dirty and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, we were growing up, going into high school, whatever, phones were becoming prominent, Facebook, MySpace, all that.
Shouts out Vine.
Shout out Vine. All these different
paved
platforms.
the way for TikTok, for real.
Exactly. So it's I feel some of us in our age group are really good at doing the TikToks and doing, because it's it was enough. There was enough of it going on where, if you put your energy into it, boom, but at the same time, we have enough life experience where I feel I don't know, like you said, it's both of you said it's kind of an awkward feeling. I feel the same way. I hate putting the phone in front of my face, whether it's live, whether it's whatever, and just it feels unnatural to me.
It is extremely.
Yeah, and then there's people that's all they do all day.
Right, and people getting full paychecks from it and stuff,
absolutely.
and then they get brands to sponsor them. I don't know, Montucky Cold Snacks or something, but
RC Cold.
We're really trying to push that Montucky, man. I love that brand. They could just drop some new merch. It's pretty gas too. I'll give you my PO box later or something. But the TikTok stuff is almost it's a full-time job at this point. And there's people who treat it as such, and it's almost if you don't, then the algorithm's really not going to work
Absolutely.
for you. And then like the YouTube algorithm and all these platforms now, all social medias have their own TikTok type deal, like Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels, and YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts.
And they all have their own different algorithms, and some people have like really cracked it and understood like, okay, this is what I can post here at this time to make that work. And I have no idea about any of that. So that's why I want to focus on the music videos, because if we stay consistent with that, I feel like everything else kind of fall into place. And maybe I personally get a little bit more comfortable on a camera and won't feel weird just talking to my phone or something, you know?
Yeah. And it's all trial and error at the end of the day, you know,
Fact.
in terms of being a content creator. You know, that's what I've learned, especially throughout this whole experience. And then myself picking up a camera about a year and a half ago, you know, is like you said, you just get the camera. I had no camera experience. I always knew it was something I had an interest in, but I had no experience. But it was just go out, you start messing around, and slowly but surely you get better at it, you know? And you know, same thing with like posting, whatever platform. It's like you kind of, through trial and error, you kind of figure out what works, you know. Okay, I mean, I'm just throwing out whatever, but like say, okay, I found out that Wednesday at 12 p.m. works to post something on YouTube or whatever, you know, you just figure out. But that's the thing too, is everybody has a different demographic of people that are consuming their content, you know. So it's like one person it can work where you post it more in the day, but on another front, you know, for y'all it may work out where, you know, people at night are more inept to be checking out your stuff, you know. So you just got to figure out your niche, you know, of the people that are consuming your content. Trial and error, like you guys said, you know.
I mean, that's almost the approach that we all take with our music too. You know, with when I'm making beats or I'm like trying to find samples or melodies, I'll sit and play with a melody for like 20-30 minutes, just like, oh, this is kind of cool, and I hate this, and you know, if I find something that works in one part of the sample and then go to the back end of the sample and having to like chop it all together, it sometimes works, sometimes sounds awful, but you know, it usually ends up working out.
You figure out what works.
Gotta take that same approach.
Absolutely. Boss Dan, how are you feeling?
Oh, fantastic.
Excellent.
Super swell.
Super swell.
Sensational.
I feel like this would be a good opportunity to give the people maybe a taste of the music that you guys got. You know, we could play a track or two and then give ourselves a little break and then come back and keep chopping it up, you know, talk about whatever, maybe do a performance, see how we're feeling after the break. But give people a taste of the music you guys got going on.
I like it.
Love that.
Is there a specific track you guys want us to play?
What 3 tracks did we send?
What you got loaded?
What you want to hear? What would y'all like to hear?
What sounds the most interesting?
Director's cut. Yeah, I'm really interested about that. AK did say something about. He did say there's nothing that sounds like director's cut for sure. So I'm gonna take AK's word for it. I'm gonna go director's cut.
AK is a
AK
go.
in the chat.
AK's been following along all the time.
That's awesome.
we need we're starting a petition to get AK back home. So if you could please donate to the AK Come Home GoFundMe.
Just $1 a day.
That's all it takes.
Just $1 a day for AK.
Bring AK home.
To the city.
In the arms of a bunch of sad AK.
Montage with his eyes.
Single tears rolling down.
Yo, AK, you editing videos now, bro. Make that video,
that
bro. Make us a Bring AK Home donation video, dog.
Bring AK Home shirts.
I'm down. AK makes them.
AK, can you make us Bring AK Home shirts?
Bring AK
Real
home
tears in every order.
and every stitching.
Shout out SpongeBob.
I need you a sweater.
Shout out Corn.
Shout out Corn.
Well, we got MKPT in the building. MKTP, I'm sorry. I knew I was going to jack it up. We got MKTP in the building over here on NSP, all these acronyms. And we're about to play Director's Cut over here on NSP, so you enjoy. And we'll be right back. Don't leave NSP.
Boys like you in town. Go get your mule. And you let him get away from you. See, that's what I want to talk to you about. You're feeling real bad. Huh? My mule. You see, he got all riled up when you fired those shots at his feet. Hey, you making some kind of joke? No. See, I understand you men were just playing around.
I wanna pull off
I know that there's snakes in the grass. Ay, I'm watching them as they slither past. Deception, they plead in the night. Ay, top of the morning, they shooting on sight.
Ooh, I got it. Got a 3-5 in my pocket. Got 3 more in this cup. Soon as this pill hit, I'ma be sloppy. You can tell by the beat it's us. Beat it, some of ones got stuff. Total no polish, I just want shit buff. No matter how hard they reach, can't touch.
Staying on point like arrows. Keeping my foot on the pedal. Do it for the family, I'm smoking Vin Diesel. Higher than singing falsetto. Ayy, why these dudes smooth like that? Pirates on the ship when we cruise like that. Ayy, I guess the crew groove like that. With a flick of a wrist, be the move right back.
Reach a higher level, rolling these blunts. Songs getting smoked up like some runs. Please don't be hood, speak on me. I don't need a stress, so we gonna have a problem. I just jotted in a scribble. All of my thoughts are all that I speak. All of these sonnets, all that I got. Take a seat and just watch me ride.
Verbal punches that I'm dishing out. These leaking like the water spout, coming right out the kitchen. Now you feeling this vibe whenever we link? You say you changed, man, of course I did. What the f*** is you thinking? Thought I'd just sit here and never stop sinking. That's why I'm drinking, never blinking.
Always said I could do it. Where's your head, what you doing? Trying to make bread out the movement. What you get, not to it. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch, banana boat. Daylight come, I wanna go home. But I can pull up like Al Capone.
Stepping real heavy, I surf on this bitch like I'm Kelly. My whole fit was Nike, but she cannot check me. I'm steaming like Stanley, but you cannot press me. I stay with 2 baddies like Johnny, don't test me. She got a carpet, I guess I'm a Latin. I'm running up plays, but I do not play Madden. I stand in the sun and I glow like I'm holy. I pen with my left like I'm Mono Ginobili.
Game in my hands, I don't force it like Obi. I stand in my 2 and run forward like Kobe. As soon as I spot it, I run like I'm stolen. Call me Maxwell, she all in my polish. Oh, the behind, I know that I'm frozen. Smoking on purple, this flow is so golden. Hoking like Hogan, that Bruce Banner gotta hold him. Wait.
Beat slap hard like you hit with headstays. Juking all you fools just to keep my distance. You cannot talk all that motion, you been moving slow and now you missed it. We ain't never hit the brakes, always keep gas in the tank. Couple of sharks inside of this tank. Took off your head, I bet you missed it. What you think?
I'm buying it on our soul. You're a fool, you listen to everything that you told. Breaking out of the mold, with my brain coming out of the fold. Yeah, just maintain the flow. Now my energy glisten like gold. This ain't a game, no tic-tac-toe. Break out the cage, I let my flaps go.
Sit back cause I flow relentless. Anything you start, I finish. New flow, so you know we stay winning. For eons, we be on the chase. Ayy, like an arcade, I get caught for the game. Say speaking the numbers like it's hitting cold. Ayy, and I rap like a beast cause I stay in that mode. Ayy, yeah.
Rolls-Royce, truck, tough. Of course, if you were to all apologize.
Hit the function, folks, we dip, cause I don't dance. Hit the poison, 30 beats, I flip them out here taking chances. Yeah. People put your hands up or you can throw them. No more if you down, hit the function, but we dip, cause I don't dance. Hit the poison, 30 beats, I flip them out here taking chances. Yeah. People put your hands up or you could throw them. No more if you did, I'm done playing. Just time to show 'em. I got goals, I got options, I got promises that can't be broken. Yeah, I promise never be this f***ing broke again. No introvert. She me cause I let her squirt on my brand new shirt. Went through the lows, got mad hurt, but I'll get what's mine cause I swear I earned it. Flow so smooth, it's like I'm spitting in cursive. I'm a person just like you, but I'm the better version. Even living through curses, getting so lost in instrumental, so immersive. Better switch your lane, bitch, I'm merging.
Ronnie did the function, but I like one shaking. Some gas, play this new shit in the whip and do the dash. Even if I'm secondary, I'll never come at last. I do better under pressure, shine like diamonds and you glass. Yeah, dawg, we been baking, tryna get our bread long. Yeah, dawg, running for the goal just like a hedgehog. Yeah, dawg, this a motherfucking mad talk. Tipping, sipping, fold till I f***ing head,
Hit the function, but we dip, cause I don't dance. Hit the poison, 30 beats, I flip them out here taking chances. People
put your hands up or you could throw 'em. No more iffy shit, I'm done playing. Just time to show 'em.
Waiting for a toe tag, bitch, I'm slipping up. Running back, run a fade. If you asking what is in my cup, let my cup love. She be saying that I do it well. Chop it with my goons, I'm a dragon. You can check my scales, piece by piece of sled. Do it well, I don't need nothing else. I'll be taking dubs and you can eat the cell. Psychedelic. Blessed on your celly screens. Here's your dream. I sold it faster than that Getty Green. My life a pirate dream.
I know life go round and round like a vinyl. It's a tightrope. High above the ground, it's survival in the dice roll. Gather code, I got your scope with my rifle. Tie up and over these, my energy's Eiffel. See pictures, my they move like idols. I ain't worried about my rivals. Stomach sleep so nice though. Go off the field, my eyes closed. Hit a high low. Shows a recital. I've been deciding to focus on me. I won't feel a thing. Walk one thing. I need smoke two big banyan tings.
Hit the function, but we dip, cause I don't dance. Hit the poison, 30 beats I flipped, I'm out here taking chances. People put your hands up or you could throw 'em. No more iffy shit, I'm done playing. Just time to show 'em.
Keep my eyes on the prize, that's irrelevant. Hey, flow into a new dimension. I've been scrolling through my mentions. Hold on, I'm just sipping, 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 sipping. While you out here tripping, 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 tripping. I'll make the tech work, jump, flip, skip around. Hey, guaranteed to keep it G. Ultimately, way too flee. You cannot compete with me. I'm gorgeous, flow scorching. Hear the rev of my horses.
Hey, gotta weigh my options. I got wants, I got needs. For this music, I'm pulling flows out the sleeve. And you know I'm blessed, I don't even gotta sneeze. Red hot like a chili pepper, you know I'm fleet. About to blast off, 0 gears between outer space. Take my mask off, just like Kane. Oh, they see my face like a last call. Take my shot before I fade away. You got a glass jaw, talking right, we knock it out of place.
Hit the function, but we dip, cause I don't dance. Hit the poison, 30 beats I flipped, I'm out here taking chances. People put your hands up or you could throw 'em. No more iffy shit, I'm done playing. Just time to show 'em.
Hey, yo, I want some keys to the moon. Upper echelon, my niggas move like monsoons. Made the big flow when I walk in the room. See me clean, I got some weed in my jeans. I've been talking with Zeus. Pull up a blunt and just roll a cocoon. Caught in the wave, a tsunami to you. Suicide doors on the coupe. I want some keys to the moon. Upper echelon, my niggas move like monsoons. Made the big flow when I walk in the room. See me clean, I got some weed in my jeans. I've been talking with Zeus. Pull up a blunt and just roll a cocoon. Caught in the wave, a tsunami to you. Suicide doors on the coupe.
Anxiety ridden, I see the blood dripping off of this pen. I write my lyrics while drowning in sin. I ain't stopping till these credits roll, that's fin. I'm chilling with my kinfolk. See me in person, can't tell that I'm big, bro. These big jokes, they big trolls. Some like these Rick rolls. See, I'm don't need to see your face, so move out my way. Focus on pesos, focus on workload. Grind it till now I'm riding that Range Rover. And I get distracted by what's not important. Noise from every direction and out of sources. They blocking out this bigger picture. Focus on turning these lyrics to scriptures. Hey. Damn, I start so timeless. Lie awake and I ain't stressing the future. Feel the pressure been building up in this icebox. Cause this life's so cold and I ain't never been cooler. Yeah, some days I feel like SpongeBob calling out losers. See you beggars, they cannot be choosers. Yeah, I'm strategic in my groove, a team full of move. Stagnation always make me anxious. With a broke feel, with an empty stomach, got me losing my patience. Take frustration with a different face. Aim for myself, but I'm making it. I think for the future, so pennies I'm saving.
I want some keys to the moon. Upper echelon, my niggas move like monsoons. Made the big flow when I walk in the room. See me clean, I got some weed in my jeans. I've been talking with Zeus. Pull up a blunt and just roll a cocoon. Caught in the wave, a tsunami to you. Suicide doors on the coupe. I want some keys to the moon. Upper echelon, my niggas move like monsoons. Made the big flow when I walk in the room. See me clean, I got some weed in my jeans. I've been talking with Zeus. Pull up a blunt and just roll a cocoon. Caught in the wave, a tsunami to you. Suicide doors on the coupe. Cruise slow, moving like I'm emperor. Cruise cold, don't go acting cool, Joe. I'm booth
puffing on some new smoke. Took 2 toes, floating focused. I'm coasting, I'm rolling on a new mode. Need 2 phones, back to getting active. We back outside. I might slide to the function, but I'm more likely to stay inside. Harmonize, see through the with my eyes, splitting up out with the team. The you mean when you speaking on some? It took 1 hit, I'm wheezing. I can't even see. Got my fingers and it's resting on the pad. Then I make it flip, tech, deck, mic, check, set, just to impress. So please move back, step correct, test, mic 1, 2. Heck, I've been flexing success. Hit a finesse, what's next? Speak up, get that shit off of your chest. Speakers about to fall up off of the desk. 808 taking your breath, chain like a gavel that swing from my neck. Then that hit when I take a flick like bling. Fresh rap, even the scene. Squad in the room like a swarm of some bees. Get to perform in the room like G. I want some keys to the moon. Upper echelon, my move like monsoons. Make it feel when I walk in the room. See me clean, I got some weed in my jeans. I've been talking with Zeus. Roll up a blunt and just roll a cocoon. Calling the wave, it's tsunami to you. Suicide doors on the coupe. I want some keys to the moon. Upper echelon, my move like monsoons. Make it feel when I walk in the room. See me clean, I got some weed in my jeans. I've been talking with Zeus. Roll up a blunt and just roll a cocoon. Calling the wave, it's tsunami to you. Suicide doors on the coupe.
We don't like to see bad boys like you in town. Go get your mule. You let him get away from you? See, that's what I want to talk to you about. You're feeling real bad. Huh? My mule. You see, he got all riled up when you fired those shots at his feet. Hey, you making some kind of joke? No. See, I understand you men were just playing around.
In the whip that's electric, I won't pull up if it's hectic. Look, I'm a shepherd, sound to the lambs. Had a bull actor flexing. Take a look, don't pretend to the rest of the attention from they can't come correctly. Show the rest of them leaving breathless. Call big shit off my checklist.
I know that there's snakes in the grass. Hey, I'm watching them as they slither past. Deception, they plead in the night. Ay. Top of the morning, they shooting on sight.
Ooh, I got it. Got a 3-5 in my pocket. Got 3 more in this cup. Soon as this pill hit, I'ma be slumpy. You can tell by the beat it's us. Beat it, so my ones got stuff. Turn no polish, I just want my buff. No matter how hard they reach, can't touch.
Staying on point like arrows. Keeping my foot on the pedal. Do it for the family, I'm smoking Vin Diesel. Higher than singing falsetto. Ayy, why these dudes smooth like that? Pirates on the ship when we cruise like that. Ayy, I guess the crew groove like that. With a flick of a wrist, be the move right back.
Reach a higher level, rolling these blunts. Songs getting smoked up like some runs. Please don't be hood, speak on me. I don't need a stress, so we gonna have a problem. I just jotted in a scribble all of my thoughts of all that I speak. All of these sonnets, all that I got. Take a seat, just watch me ride.
Verbal punches that I'm dishing out. These leaking like the water spout, coming right out the kitchen. Now you feeling this vibe whenever we link. You say you changed, man, of course I did. What the f*** is you thinking? Thought I'd just sit here and never stop sinking. That's why I'm drinking, never blinking.
Always said I could do it. Where's your head, what you doing? Trying to make bread out the movement. What you get, nothing to it. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch, banana boat. Daylight come, I won't go home. Like pull up like home.
Stepping real heavy, I surf on this bitch like I'm Kelly. My whole fit was Nike, but she cannot check me. I'm steaming like Stanley, but you cannot press me. I stay with 2 fatties like Johnny, don't test me. She got a carpet, I guess I'm a Latin. I'm running up plays, but I do not play Madden. I stand in the sun and I glow like I'm holy. I pen with my left like I'm Mono Ginobili.
Game in my hands, I don't force it like Obi. I stand in my 2 and run forward like Kobe. As soon as I spot it, I run like I'm stolen. Call me Maxwell, she all in my Polish. Elder behind, I know that I'm frozen. Smoking on purple, this flow is so golden. Hoking like Hogan, that Bruce Banner got a hold of. Wait.
Beat slap hard like you hit with headstays. Juking all you fools just to keep my distance. You cannot talk all that motion, you been moving slow and now you missed it. We ain't never hit the brakes, always keep gas in the tank. Couple of sharks inside of this tank. Took off your head, I bet you missed it. What you think?
I'm buying it on my soul. You're a fool, you listen to everything that you told. Breaking out of the mold, with my brain coming out of the fold. Yeah, just maintain the flow. Now my energy
she glisten like gold. This ain't a game, no tic-tac-toe. Break out the cage, I let my flaps go. Cause
sit back, cause I flow relentless. Anything you start, I finish. New flow, so you know we stay winning. For eons, we be on the chase. Ayy, like an arcade, I get crunk for the game. Say speaking the numbers like it's hitting cold. Ayy, and I rap like a beast, cause I stay in that mode. Ayy, yeah.
Of course, if you were to all apologize.
hit the function, folks, we dip, cause I don't dance. Hit the poison, 30 beats, I flip up out here taking chances. People put your hands up or you can throw them. No more if you done, I'm laying with this time to show. Hit the function, but we dip, cause I don't dance. Hit the poison, 30 beats, I flipped, I'm out here taking chances. People put your hands up or you can throw them. No more if you shit, I'm done playing, just time to show them. I got goals, I got options, I got promises that can't be broken.
And we're back. Thank you all for being patient. Thank you for sticking with us. For those of you who are still tuning in, we appreciate you all. So we played Director's Cut, we played It's Heavy, we played A Keys to the Moon, and then we played Director's Cut once again. So make sure to check out that project on all your favorite streaming platforms. We'll promote that at the end. Of course, we'll give them the time to promote it. But once again, we are here with MKTP at NSP at QFO. A lot of acronyms in this B.
Woo, good save. Boss Dan. Alrighty, well, we've dived into a lot of stuff tonight. It's been a great conversation. Obviously, you guys are individual artists as much as you guys are a group. So you guys, however you want to break it down, whoever wants to start, kind of just open up about your individual, projects or just whatever you guys got going on individually.
I mentioned earlier I played drums. I've been playing drums for like 10 years or so, maybe a little bit more now. But I'm in a metal project called Soluna, so I'm working on that, and that's been a very long, agonizing process. But it's finally getting done. The mixes are all getting there, so that should be coming out shortly. I have. Personally, as far as like the hip hop stuff, I have solo songs in the vault. I have like 12 to 15 songs that are like mostly done. I just got to finish up and polish. I have a project with Bax that we've been working on, about 8-song track list and stuff. So I personally have a lot going on, and I do like the mixing and engineering stuff on the side. If anybody out there needs mixing, mastering, engineering, recording, please hit me up. I need the work, but. That's what I do. That is my full-time gig. So, shout out Montucky. No, man, but that's all the things I got going on. So trying to balance all that, and awesome. I'm excited for all that stuff to come out.
Nice.
So.
Bruce. I'm Bruce Bambino. I make music. I just dropped a project called Full-Time Bambino. I make a lot of beats for a lot of these guys, and like through that process, we've kind of been developing honestly 4 different duo tapes. Me and Bags have one we're working on. Me and Rio have one that we're working on. Me and LB have one that we're working on. Me and LB got one that we're working on. Mm-hmm. Me and Rio got one that we're working on. Me and Bags got one. And we loosely, me, Grizzy, and me and Ronnie loosely have something that we're starting. But I think my next phase is gonna be getting duo tracks out, but I'm also sitting on a stack of Bruce Bambino originals. I like to drop December 26th every year. My dad passed, and that's his birthday, and so it's a day that I want to make a tradition for what I'm doing, and whether it's not whether it's music or whatever, I want to try to have something substantial creatively come out, because he was one of my biggest supporters. So that's what's in the books. I'm sitting on a lot of songs for that, but right now my main thing is trying to get the content organized. One of my biggest things is making songs and sitting on them, so I'm trying to organize and get these songs out, because we have a lot of content, and I think duo projects is what's next on my plate.
Nice.
As far as like my personal projects, I had an album that dropped earlier this year,
Gas.
January. Ballad of Space McGrady. You can find that on everywhere. You can find music, you know. If you don't got a platform, you can Shazam it. But yeah, I dropped the album. As far as like future projects, me and Rio have a duo tape we're working on. It's been coming along pretty well. Like it's probably like 8.
Best songs in the ball right now. Some of the best music I've personally made.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's something completely different.
That's not. Oh no, there's Filthy's on that.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk.
Oh yeah, so, yeah. So that's gonna be like an 8 track, you know, little tape for the people. Then, as far as like my own personal tracks, I've been coming up with a few ideas here and there, but you know, the year is very young. We already halfway through, but you know, it's very young. I can probably drop something later this year.
Absolutely.
Third quarter clutch.
Yo, it's your boy LB Supreme G once more. So I had an album come out. I don't even know when, but I had one. It was called Ice Paisley Festival Mix.
Gas.
Like Bruce said, working on the duo tape and then cultivating the music videos for the squad right now. And then I'm going to tap into my DJ side and try to get a EDM house music album for next year.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's MK Rio. I've been working. I had an album drop last year, and then since then I've spent the year working on my personal album. Put a lot of time and effort into it. Bruce put a lot of time and effort into my album as well. I think like 90% of it is produced by Bruce. A lot of ideas came from him as well. So I mix, master, record, and engineer too. So if you know anybody needs some work, hit up your boy. I use Pro Tools.
When your album dropping, bro? When your album dropping?
Oh, my album is dropping August 5th. I've had a lot of setbacks, a lot of crazy stuff happen. Not even crazy, but just not pushback. I don't know what proper.
Setbacks.
Setbacks. Thank you. A lot of setbacks getting the album out, but I finally have it slated to drop on August 5th. That's like my baby. I put so much time and effort into it. The group tape that I'm working on with Grizzy right now. We've been making that. Me and Bruce have been working on our group tape since we met each other.
It's essentially done. Like all of the group tape, like the duo tapes I reference, are essentially done. But like, there's just a lot of singles and music video effort being put in. So we're not trying to like overload. Like, at least for me personally, I want to like not overload myself and create a marketing strategy for those specific things. But everything's pretty much done. We just need a little spit and polish to make them what they need to be.
For sure.
And then me and Bax are gonna start a duo tape. We've got a duo song that we made before, and then I'm working on just like a lot of little side stuff with people that I've met throughout the city, other artists. My homie, my best friend, he's starting to get into the music, so me and him have been working on a little tape too. So just I've been constantly creating for the last year. Personally, I've probably got like, I'd say like at least 50 to 60 songs just like stacked up that I'm sitting on.
That's awesome.
I've got like another 2 tapes worth of music too, of like personal music as well. So I'm sitting on like just a lot of heat right now.
Yeah.
I can't wait. A lot of heat that I cannot wait to drop. But as Bruce said, creating the market strategy. Like I like everything that I've made so far, so I do want to drop it and maximize.
You don't want to just drop it to drop it. You want to have purpose
the
behind
eyes
it.
that it gets in front of.
For sure, absolutely.
Definitely. So I've been focusing a lot on like making stuff with the group and these duo tapes. I've kind of been putting my whole being into all of that.
Nice.
I have a lot of stuff. I hoard a lot of beats. I won't.
Oh, I know how it is, bro.
You're
You're not alone.
Yeah,
we all
won't rather really show anyone. Yeah, because it's just
yeah.
like I know it's something that I really enjoy, and it'll probably be really weird and different. But that's kind of what I like for my personal stuff, because like I like to bring a lot more energy when it comes to like the group stuff, and then my personal is like very introspective, very slowed down, kind of like a step into my mind, as opposed to like how uncomfortable I feel all the time. Because like a lot of like the hype stuff that I make is just like it's a lot of energy drawn from being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Very full of anxiousness all the time.
But you're doing it. You're
that's the best
facing
part.
that.
Yeah, I'm putting it somewhere, and I think that's the biggest idea. Like the biggest thing to take from it is like that's like what I get out of music. But I mean, for future tapes, like it's just all the duo stuff I'm doing with them. I just started one with him. I sent him some beats last night, or a beat, and we had a couple other songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm focusing on right now. I dropped my last tape, I think, like 2 years ago or a year ago.
Nice.
Yeah, there's Elemental.
Gas.
Wasn't it this year? It was this year, right?
That was this
Was
year.
that this year?
It was this year, bro.
February?
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah.
We're having fun, baby.
That was
Yeah,
last year.
no, it was this
He
year,
said,
bro.
"Let me look."
It was this year, bro.
Let me check this
It was this year, bro.
He's got receipts, everybody. He's got
I'm
receipts.
absolutely fried.
check.
I lost a significant amount of brain cells in that time. But yeah, I guess it happened this year. Yeah, Elemental, very fun album to make. I made it all out in Colorado,
Nice.
so that was like my jump in tears. But for the next project, it's mostly just us do the tapes because I really want to like sit down and tap into something else when I make my own personal stuff.
For sure.
Because like I feel like that should take more time.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I want to have it polished and nice. So I have like songs that I've been sitting on, but I just haven't brought it anywhere.
Yeah. No, I feel it. I feel
And
it.
I just like to make it like, I don't know, I'm nitpicky with the way it sounds.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's how it's gotta be, man. You know, but just as a whole, as speaking to the whole, but as individuals, I mean, you guys are all doing great. You know, you guys all are
Shout
doing
out, bro.
fantastic,
Appreciate
man.
Thank you.
And I mean, you know, confidence is the key at the end of the day. You know, you have confidence in what you do, and then you know you have the benefit of having your brothers next to you doing it alongside with you. You know, y'all go to war with each other, like. Y'all gonna be fantastic. You feel me? Like y'all just keep. Oh, for sure. You know, and
Appreciate that, man.
I would never. I'm not the type of person to say stuff just to say stuff, especially on a platform. You feel me? And like I genuinely mean this. You know, and I don't know you guys very well, but just based off of the energy, the camaraderie, you know, and the faith in each other as well as yourselves. And even if you know, there's moments where you're like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with doing this. You do it anyways. You know, you have the confidence and you do it with your brothers and that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, man, like what I've learned in life is life is so short, and especially as being a content creator, it's like there's no reason at all to hold back, dude. You know, and I know we all have those, whether we place them on ourselves or you know we allow outside things to. You know, like limitations at the end of the day, like there are no limitations. You know, it's cliche, but there's no limitations. It's what we put on our mind, you know. And when we come to the realization of like we were saying earlier, this is what I believe in, this is what I'm doing. I see the direction, I see the value. Even when people don't understand it, nobody, your family, friends, whatever, but like you believe in it, and this is what gets you up every day. And again, you're doing it with the people that you love. There's no better feeling, there's no better thing to do. So props to y'all.
Very well put. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
Oh, almost forgot. I'm plugging myself once more.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So
That's why you're here.
I'm making a Chicago documentary of the current music scene that we're in right now. That will probably come out next summer.
Nice.
And also, I designed shorts like Basquiat. $100. Bring me a pair of shorts.
Gas.
You got it.
You heard it. You heard it.
Also, you can find any and all of our content on our website, mktp222.com.
Nice.
So Rio and I really had spearheaded it, and we put a lot of work in the site. I've never made a website before, and I'm very proud of it.
Congrats.
And thank you.
It's a big step.
It's
not hard.
It wasn't as hard. It wasn't.
Don't diminish our
I thought it would be a lot harder. He's right. It wasn't that hard, but definitely going into it without knowing anything.
It took me like 4 hours to get that website set.
And we killed it, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I love promoting it, is because we put a lot of effort, just as much effort as we put into our music.
Yeah.
The small details we put just as much effort into. So mktp222.com.
Nice.
That's where you can find all of our solo stuff, all of our group stuff. We're gonna constantly be updating it.
We're gonna be having some merch too. Hey, look at that shirt Ryan got on.
I am wearing some MKTP
I mean, that's
merch.
pay to win right
turn
there.
around
Pay
and
to win.
get a little look at that.
No problem. I'll do a little fashion show.
Hey, let's get a 360.
Yeah.
Ronnie, we want you to take the shirt off, bro.
You gotta pay for that
You
kind of
totally
content.
misunderstood the project.
This is YouTube, not OnlyFans.
Subscribe.
MKTP OnlyFans coming
You
soon.
want to meet the president?
But the Bang Bros. Oh yeah, that's a big throwback, bro. That song was playing at every Chicago Fifi, bro. With Bang Bros. Everybody in there, like if you didn't know the words to that song, dude, like Everybody was teed up to that. That's awesome.
That's
man.
culture.
That's the culture, Chicago culture.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts, fellas? Any before we we want to give you guys the opportunity to perform on air if you would like. No force, but sounded like you guys were down. For sure.
I mean, last thing I want to get into, this is a really dope experience.
Oh, thank you, man.
I'm very happy to be a part of it. You get the whole setup you guys got, the whole vibe. It's all very warm and welcoming.
Shout out Q4. Thank you.
Man. So you guys keep doing your thing.
Thank you, man.
Definitely appreciate the opportunity to come and let us show who we are.
Absolutely.
People, you know?
We appreciate you guys for being you.
Yeah,
and that makes our job 1,000 times easier when you guys just be yourselves and just say what's on your mind. And we were joking earlier. How do we speak? just let your brain just figure it out, and then the rest will follow.
We did that.
That's how we go into a lot of these shows. Honestly, it's like, how do we want to do the show? I don't know. We'll just introduce them. And we'll wing it, and we'll see how it goes. Like we just like kind of, and you guys did a great job, and we're really appreciative, and we're very blessed to have you guys in here tonight.
I got one more thing to say. Yo, cook more with your friends, guys. You know, just learn some recipes. Put your foot in it. Put your foot in it, man. Because like I think like, you guys how we work so well together. I think it's the amount that we cook and eat food together.
Family dinners, man. That's that restaurant vibe.
If you got some friends, it don't got to be Thanksgiving. If you just buy that 20-piece chicken and throw it on the grill.
Yeah.
You know, crack a few cold ones with the boys. Eat with your friends. Cook with your friends, guys.
All right, quick. Who's the best chef?
Me.
Oh, here we go.
You don't know what you just started.
Oh man,
we're talking culinary.
That's somebody, baby daddy.
You
see this right here?
I've had more of Bruce's cooking. Not that Rio's cooking's bad, but because I've had more of Bruce's cooking, considering we live together. Yeah, that's the whole thing I'm explaining.
Rio, the only reason you think you might be better than cooking at me is because you're the only person that's come around and been willing to cook in the kitchen with me. So we make fire dishes together, but I'm gonna take back my so I'm gonna take back my statement of saying I'm better because neither of us has eaten a meal fully cooked by the other. We've cooked together every time we've eaten, and it's been fire because we both cooked it. We make something for each other and it's both mids. We're like, this is horrible. All parties say it's horrible.
Try this, double check.
Hey, let's never say that again.
Yo, we're better together, G-Man. Let's just cook together, all right? No competition.
They both never notice all the plates are upside down in the trash can.
you like it was good.
It was cool. No, I gotta go. McDonald's about to close.
No, when it comes to grilling chicken of any sort, I'm the GOAT. I won't back down on that though.
No, food is gas, man.
I don't grill chicken. I grill real meat.
Oh yeah. See now, so when I said Rio stands for really ignorant opinions, I was not lying. The more you see of us, you'll be hearing them. Okay, get used to it. You heard him talking about RC Cola earlier. I wasn't even gonna get on him.
Alright, come on. After a nice football, baseball.
Mans can't even name the sport.
I feel like softball is
After a nice baseball game, you get your walking taco, you get your glizzy, you get your slice of burgers,
and then you get a Pepsi.
You get a RC Cola.
Name any ballpark in America that sells RC Cola.
Yes, honestly, I don't play baseball like that.
No, I've been to,
That's actually a good point.
What does Sox play at?
The G spot.
I like that. I've never heard that. Real name is garbage.
The guaranteed free field.
Yeah, that's why I called it the G spot. It just sounds cool.
Any real people call it the Comiskey. Come on.
Oh yeah, it's Comiskey. I know.
It used to be nothing against RC Cola drinkers, but this man just thinks that RC Cola is better than Pepsi or Coke, and I just don't agree.
It is underrated when it comes with the delivery pizza. I can't.
You gotta super crispy thin crust.
My point is when you gotta like name the thing that it goes with to be good.
I'm not disputing that.
There's something else going on. Like I can have Coke with McDonald's. I can have Pepsi with whatever. Like
so you talking about McDonald's Coke, and that's a whole different tier.
McDonald's got something else in their Coke. That's a conspiracy. Cut this part out. They're coming for. We're gonna end up on a list. McDonald's gonna come for y'all.
McDonald's put the cocaine back in the Coca-Cola.
Ronald McDonald's like they know.
You can be knocking on all our doors. Bro.
You just hear a. And it's Ronald right at the door. Oh my gosh.
Ronald and Grimace, bro. Ronald and Grimace says, use the muscle, bro.
Hamburglers coming to burger.
Top 3 scariest images found on YouTube.
We just want to talk. We just want to talk.
Death by burgers being shoved in your mouth.
I think that's gonna be my death.
That would be horrible.
There are worse ways to go.
Oh yeah,
You'll be fired for like the first 5 minutes.
And then you'd be like, "This is more getting shoved."
Wait, all right. One more. Remember the episode of Billy and Mandy, bro? When he was eating at some sort of fair, and he was so full, he had the chicken leg, and he was like literally shoving more food in his mouth with the chicken leg. I don't know what the context of the episode was, but just thinking of Death by burger stuffage, just like that just put that in my head, bro.
that was my top tier favorite cartoon of all time, bro.
Easily, bro.
Absolutely.
Did you know the voice of Billy's the voice of Invader Zim?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, I feel you.
Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horrors. There's
I'm
an
not a fan of
episode where
Snoop,
they,
dude.
there's an episode where they
That's a hot take. It is a hot take.
I'm not, that's why I kept.
Better hope he's not watching
you
this.
kept going.
There's a scene in that movie where they force feed the person caviar and their stomach explodes open. And
Oh,
it's just,
man.
like, full of caviar, then the dog's eating caviar.
I mean, it's cool, like getting movie roles, but when you just play yourself and everything, it's just like, I get it, bro.
Yeah.
You smoke blunts.
That's even his like Call of Duty like theme or whatever. Like when like his
gun has like weed leaves all over and stuff.
It's like cool, bro.
I got it. I definitely got the skin, but it's cool.
I didn't play. I deleted that game.
So talk to me about something else than
just going full circle about what we talked about earlier. We continuously get sidetracked.
Yeah, there it is.
It just rolls on.
It just keeps going, bro. We
imagine trying
But
to
it's-
record a song.
It's entertaining to the people. People appreciate you guys being yourselves. Before we get into the performance real quick, I'm glad that who was it? Alex Wolf that said he.
Ooh, shout out Chris Kensington. Out.
That's two on you.
I said Fuzzy. I said shout out Fuzzy Chris Kensington. My fuzzy friend.
What Chris said? What do you say?
Well, he said that he's viewing right now from a gas station parking lot in Chicago. But the topic that he brought up, that I'm glad that he did, because I did want to talk about this a little bit.
He's a legend. You read a quote from a living legend just now. Chris Kensington is one of the special ones. He's one of them ones.
So shout out.
All
really got that
boundaries
dog.
of physical matter.
Well, he just said, because we put in the title. I don't know if y'all familiar, the XXL Freshman class. You know, the Cyphers just came out, so I don't know if y'all have seen them. They just came out, so they're still new and fresh. I don't know if y'all haven't seen it, I guess the broader question is, what do you guys feel about the current state of the XXL Freshman magazine?
Aggressively mediocre.
I would say like a couple years ago, because like this new drop that they had, right, the 2022.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know a single artist.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
isn't that the point though?
That is the point.
That is the point. That is the point.
Kinda. It's supposed to be
Introduce you to some new artists.
Yeah, but it's
people
like
that have really earned that.
who's coming up and like who do y'all think is like the hottest new art? That's how I took it.
Yeah.
Wasn't Babytron on there?
He was.
Yeah, Babytron's on there.
Say, though,
That's the only one I knew.
A lot of the artists that we listen to have like this pretentious air to their music.
Well,
not
they-
to say
they
that
make
it's bad,
rap, not
because
pop rap.
We say the same thing. Like we have that aura about us as well, but I feel like a lot of them do turn, like the people that we would know that are on there end up turning down the list
Because it does have a stigma to it.
Especially now.
Double
I
XL
feel a
ain't
few
been
years
hot
ago.
for a hot minute.
Yeah.
What year was like Denzel Curry on it?
2016.
I feel like that was the one that like was probably the biggest, at least when I started paying attention to it.
But it's crazy because even then, at the time, I mean, now it's glorified, but at the time, everybody's like, "No, this is trash. This is garbage."
Right,
Blah, blah, blah. You know?
It's always gonna be
remember they
people.
said, oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's always gonna be people that like I was telling LB, like, you know, isn't at the point of finding new artists, is
Right.
using that platform to put people onto new artists they never heard of before.
Mm-hmm.
Because my favorite double XL cover is it's a toss up between 2011 and 2010.
Okay.
2010 is legendary, you know, in my eyes, because all the other people had Nipsey on there, had Wiz, had Big Sean, had J. Cole. Like, I'm saying that to say, like, double XL, what it used to be, is not as time progresses, it's not the same.
XL or is it that people's taste in the music has changed.
I mean, yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. But also, but like the way it's been going the past few years, it's been like very, you know.
I think the
it's
conversation.
It's not as needed.
I think the conversation should be more about how much rap has evolved, and it's not like, you know, MTV matured, obviously, and like I'm talking like music television. It wasn't rap being played on that station, you know, and then that started coming on because it was popular, and all of the people that enjoyed the format were up in arms. But I think we're the minority in that scenario because we're rappers, or we have a specific taste. So like the squeaky auto tune or whatever. Like, the only person I was like, why is Yeet not on this list? You know what I'm saying? Yeet's name has been everywhere.
Absolutely.
And I assume he maybe turned it down. Man's made bags off that Minion song.
I feel like he's already past that point.
And I mean, people like Kanye and Drake, they weren't on a freshman list. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that
Drake was on a freshman list?
I think he turned it down.
He was, yeah.
I think he should have.
I think he turned it down.
But I think that we might just be getting older, and music is just changing at a level for younger people that we don't understand.
We don't, because we're not the younger kids.
Precisely.
Right.
I remember back when I was really on the internet, like grinding the needle drop, looking for each new artist that could pop up, like in the middle of the night.
You wanted
two dope boys. That was one.
All that, bro.
All the blog.
That Piff, bro.
It was blog era.
Hot new hip hop.
Shouts out Dad Piff.
There was like
exactly.
a
And I
new
wanted to
mixtape
find
every week.
that new stuff. And
That
I
was
think because
crazy.
we've matured and our taste has matured and we've heard a lot, we know what we kind of like and what we're looking for, and the stuff that's on the XXL list isn't what we like and what we're looking for. But those people are on there for a reason. I feel like
they doing their thing.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's my point. And the only thing I can say is I hope that they're not getting like taking payment, like the biggest bidder to like be on there. Like, oh, you got clout and you can throw bread. Like, I hope it's not that format, because then it's not. But like, if they're really going by some sort of format to pick those artists, like, then you know, all power to them. We just aren't in tune with that type of sound. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy. No, you're absolutely right, and it's crazy too because I mean, I can't sit here and say every single class, but I've always really enjoyed and loved XXL, and it's to the earliest days of when I started, like pretty much around the time, like 2014, when I first met Dan. You know, I mean, 2014 is one of my favorite XXL freshman class because I love Bibby, you know, and then you had Dirk on there. I mean, Kevin Gates has kind of gone off the the deep end since then, but I mean, Kevin Gates, you know, even Chance the Rapper, you know, you had a bunch of
Isaiah
Rashad, you know, but it was something like, even to this day, you know, I'd be like, I would love to be on XXL. You feel me? Like, that has always been one of the things where it's like, no matter what the stigma behind it, whether it's now, back then, or whatever, I want to put that on my resume personally, you know.
I think it's a prime example of like culture changing, like I was saying before.
I had a point.
The freestyle doesn't hold weight like it did. It's like the battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could be the hottest battle rapper and would do the best on a XXL freestyle, but that's not what people are listening to right now. And I think they need to change the format, and instead of making these artists do a freestyle over a beat, put a crowd in front of them and see which one can really play that song that gets that crowd lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, change the format where it's like don't put them to a test to, like, if you've never been, like, if you're in, like, if you're doing sports, like, you play football, and then the XXL thing is like, all right, now let me see you throw the football as far as you can, but you're a linebacker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You play football. Oh, you make music. You make music that's called rap, but you don't throw the ball. So why am I gonna make you get on camera and throw the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, like, they need to cater it to the demographic that is being chosen for that. Because of course you're gonna look foolish, like Smoke Perp trying to do a freestyle. Most of these people do punch-ins nowadays anyway. So like half their verses aren't even able to be rapped the way that they should.
Absolutely.
You know, and like, music is, like I said, it's just evolving. Like, me personally, I've had to catch up and like figure out how to change my flow, so I wasn't just one of the older guys that's trying to hold on to rap. You know, like, mix in my thoughts and like put it in a way that's understandable, but still adjust to the times that are changing. Because that's the only way you don't get left behind. And you know what I'm saying? So
that's the worst that can happen as artists. You get left behind and you're stuck in you're
stuck
in
what
time,
you want.
right?
You're convinced works. You know what I'm saying? But
terrible.
Things are just changing by you. You know, getting rid of that stigma, the chip that we all got on our shoulders, and just listening to that stuff for what it is.
Having an open ear and just being like, you know. And with that being said, going back to the point that I wanted to make fully is that after watching the 3 ciphers, you know, looking at the images, I was like, okay, you know, it just seems like it may be another year of, you know, half, but I won't say the word. You know, y'all know what I mean. But I was pleasantly surprised. Like, these were actually, it was 3 good ciphers, you know, overall. I mean, you know, you have every one or two that's, you know, not fully up to par, but I would say overall, I kind of went in thinking I was going to be disappointed, and I came out of it, like, very pleasantly surprised. So it kind of did give me hope that, okay, even to your point, like, even with this new image, it's like, the game is still progressing, moving forward. There is still quality artists, and you know, it's.
I want to learn more about these artists as opposed to just seeing them stand in the background with a DJ playing a beat. Like, give me a quick rundown on them, because a lot of them are people I've never heard before. Like, play stats. Like, I want some stats. I want some stats. I want to know why they're on there. Like what their criteria was to get them on there.
What's the last time you read a Double XL magazine?
I only watched the videos.
That's the, I think, like that. It goes along with your, like, saying they need to update the format too, because I remember
not a lot of people are going to read that.
Yeah, it's the whole magazine. That's the whole thing.
I'm assuming they have like bios.
Yeah, I've always been a visual learner. I've always been a visual
like the write-ups.
The
write-ups is like the meat of it.
Really going like, but
the meat of it.
The thing that they really could benefit off of is transfer those things that they got in the magazine into like doing a quick little thing, and then play their best song or play them performing it live, or have them perform their best song live. Because imagine being able to buy tickets to go see the XXL Freshman live.
That would be buzzing. That would be buzzing.
Yeah, where they just perform their best few songs.
You're giving out too much free game.
I do that too, yo. I forget better shit. Better shoes. I forget better shoes than people ever wore.
Get him out. 3 strikes and he's out of there. Bell ring.
It was a quote. It's my quotes.
Strike 3.
I'm out. I'll see you guys outside. I done messed up.
I understand what you're saying though. Yeah, and especially with today's age too, it's just like, I mean, we can all read, but nobody really wants to sit down and read a whole expert in an excerpt. You know?
I read articles that I see.
Just don't
get out of here. I can't read.
Why are you still here? I can't read. Get out of here.
The phone speaks words for me now.
Oh man, I mean, hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Your phone going crazy in your pocket right now.
She don't do not disturb.
All right, so the 2022 list, just to run it down real quick. Yeet did turn it down, respectfully declined. And as AK said in the comments, XXL is watering down. A lot of guys are turning down for bigger opportunities. Like he turned down XXL and had a bigger outcome with the Minions record. Yeah. Just like what we were saying.
I count money. My Minions.
So the 2022 list was Nardo Wick, Sofigo, Babyface Ray, Big Scar, Big 30, Cali, Kali, Kaylee, Ken the Man,
who is a woman,
KC, Ksai, Doshi, Saucy Santana, Baby Tron, and Cochise. Thank you.
I've heard of Big Scar, Big 30, like those were like Pooh Shiesties. So I've heard them. I listen to Pooh Shiesty here and there. Who were the first like 3? Because I've heard those names.
Nardo Wick.
Okay, so Nardo Wick is everywhere.
Sofigo and Babyface Ray.
Sofago.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't really like his music, but he has
fans. He has a lot. He has
a good following. He has a big following.
It's like the King Carson.
And he got his own sound too, and that's dope. He does actually have his own like style and sound. Yeah.
I mess with Cochise. That's what I mess with him.
Yeah. I thought it was Cochise. I'm not gonna lie.
Never seen the Warriors, bro? Cochise.
Dub Nation.
Or even
prime example. Just hearing those names back to back to back, I zoned out. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we don't have to dive too much into it, but I appreciate the discussion about it.
Oh yeah.
Looking back on some of these lists, some of these classes were loaded.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what class?
The 2010 class someone mentioned: J. Cole, Nipsey, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, J. Rock, and then some other OJ the Juice Man, Fashawn, Donis, and Pill.
Yo, OJ the Juice Man would thrive.
OJ the Juice Man had the most legendary cipher of Double XL.
We still don't know if that's how these people are gonna end up. You know what I mean?
Right. Because
Like, that could
everybody
be,
on
like,
that
the
list.
Same thing.
Projected stats.
Next generation.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, when
it
we
could
get our
happen.
double XL, we gotta like morph all our bodies into like one.
Voltron. XL, it's only gonna be us.
Yeah, right. We are the whole class.
That would be hilarious.
I like that.
That'd be dope.
That'd be wild.
Very wild.
That would be wild. Pushing the game forward, as is MKTP is doing, and NSP, of course.
Yerp.
Circling back to kind of finalize, I forgot what the point was, but oh no, you were thanking us, and we appreciate that. As we say in express or extend, there should I say, as we extend to all of our guests, all of our new guests, you guys, all of you are. Feel as well, a part of our NSP family, as we say, you know. So anything, I mean, it's already been kind of established as we're talking, but like anything we got going on, you feel me? Like you guys are in the loop, you know. So we'll let you know, or you know, and keep tabs, whatever, you know. But yeah, no, we're family now, so we appreciate you guys coming on.
This is family business.
It's family business. Way to circle it, make it full circle. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, family business. I need a shirt now.
Absolutely.
We gotta make a little collab T-shirt. Family business. We got some family business tees.
Absolutely.
A bunch of Vin Diesels is all family.
Family. It's for the family.
Absolutely.
We got to go to space.
Again, we very much appreciate all you guys coming on here. We're not done yet, but just appreciate you guys coming on. Appreciate you sharing your stories and just being yourselves, you know. And it's been an honor. With that being said, we'd like to give you guys the open platform now to perform one of your tracks if you'd like.
For sure.
I got feels good.
Feels
lined
good.
up. Feels good.
Feels good.
Does that feel good?
Whatever you got. You 1, 2. What do you guys feel?
If we did only one, I'd say Bloody Leaves.
What about the Bloody Leaves?
Do we have a clean Bloody Leaves?
We do.
I think so. Yeah. I think you did it.
Yeah, I said feels good.
Yeah, we got.
Bloody Leaves.
Yeah, we got clean for both.
If it says clean, then we're gonna trust it. Unless we all lose the game in the one song.
Well, let's bust it.
All right, so we'll start. Do you want to start with feels good or Bloody Leaves?
I say start feels good.
Starts feel good, and then we'll close Bloody Leaves.
Bloody Leaves is strong.
All right, cool. All right, so we'll start with feels good then.
Both these songs got videos coming out very soon.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, okay.
Very, very soon.
Yes, sir.
MKTP on NSP. You good?
No, I was gonna say I didn't do that.
Who's Bruce? Who's Bruce?
Feels good to exist, don't it? All these bad vibes coming on, want 'em. Wake and bake up behind the morning. Can't be shy, my nigga, got shown. Feels good to exist, don't it? All these bad vibes coming on, want 'em. Wake and bake up behind the morning. Can't be shy, my buddy, gotta show 'em. Hope it don't crash and burn. I had to learn. Think of that cash I earned. The blunt is already burned. Mixing up hash and herbs. Analyze all your words. Twisting up shisha that's strong as Batista. Overthinking while I'm drinking. My conscience is speaking, but all of the words are slurred. Blurred faces, I've been turning the pages. Belligerent words, they just don't work. Now I'm just blazing. I heard my name when I'm blazing. In the corner of the room, surrounded by pagans. All these new faces, hurt these spaces. Getting mighty full of these haters. Doom just blasting on my zone. Hell in these vapors.
The day can't complain on it. Walk the plane, hear the clock, crocodile, the clock, and now I'm on to 'em. Soon as the stars fall, I'm mobbing them. Dreams and screams of ice. I wonder why I sleep so well at night. I'm going ghost to poltergeist. You ain't see me in a minute. Take one swig of this whiskey and I'm finished. Hey, I'ma go more, growing dope by the toe low. Wanna talk shit, better hit below the belt. Ain't shit else gon' help. Sheep to the shepherd, but I've been a ghost, so
feels good to exist, don't it? All these bad vibes coming on, want 'em. Wake and bake up and high in the morning. Can't be shy, my fella, gotta show 'em.
I see everything coming things like I came equipped with the fiber optics. I Scott Summers with the glasses off, I'm blasting, and you can't fucking stop it. Smoking on some, but I ain't never been to the tropics. Some of y'all think it did the new Photoshop. Boy, you need to crop it, fold faster than the top of a helicopter. Wheels on the ground, staying low from the cops, bro. Your girl is a penny cause the way that I cop, bro. Prestige from my I act, make it seem like an opportunities. I'm plugged with it like it's new to me. I'm present in you late like a truancy. Who's Bruce on the kids and I'm Bruce the Lee. Eddie Girl off the top when I'm spinning the keys like.
Had to grow, took out my L's on the low, slept on the floor, stuff I had to know. It wasn't taught, I had to learn on my own. Burn a whole zip till it's gone. Girl, I'm a dog, come and get real or bone. Hey, and just leave real alone. KRKs knocking like the police. Smell like YSL dicks with some OG. High as heck. Flow through the city, 3 to the max of my girl super ditty. Feels good to exist, don't it? Bad vibes get to coming. I dodge them. Don't talk to snakes, observing, I watch them. You know the city get grimy like Gotham.
Feels good to exist, don't it? All these bad vibes coming out, want 'em. Wake and bake up and high in the morning. Can't be shy, young guy, gotta show 'em. Feels good to exist, don't it? All these bad vibes coming out, want 'em. Wake and bake up and high in the morning. Can't be shy, running pipes, gotta show 'em.
Chillin', getting drunk on the weekends. Now pride hold me down, I don't ride with no weak friends. I'm feeling indecent, and I've been so lost, I'm wondering where the heck in my mind went. Betty on my side, she do what I say, like my name is Simon. Mountain tops that I'm climbing. I've been on my poop, but you seeing me shining. She like my words, like she hooked on phonics. Sticks and stones ain't really throwing these bricks through the window. Quick craft up some swift. Young blacksmith in the stool when I'm coming through to your city with the crew. And these rappers brain on much like some baby food. Tunnel vision, head up, I'ma make it through. It's good to exist, don't it? All these bad vibes coming on, want 'em. Wake and bake up and high in the morning. Can't be shy, Batman gonna show 'em. Feels good to exist, don't it? All these bad vibes coming on, want 'em. Wake and bake up and high in the morning. Can't be shy, LB gotta show 'em.
Yeah, that's a cultural phenomenon. Hey, I stay working, getting money. Apparently, that is the vibe I'm on. Capture life all in a moment. Hey, only steak up on my plate. Repeat the game and raise a stakes. Unscripted lifestyle. Style well, be cautious. Leave you pussy bitches nauseous.
I'm a boss-ish. I'm like, cut it. That's the only budget. Shock it. Sitting like a marching man. Wait for the beat to go ham.
My bad.
Feels good to exist, don't it? All these bad vibes coming out, want 'em. Make it bake. Can't be shy about it. You gotta show 'em. I feel like I am.
Feels good to exist. You're close. You're real close.
Almost.
Hey.
Almost.
That face of realization, though.
Dude, that's the first time we ever had to do that. That was hard.
Yeah,
like,
you guys
that felt hard.
Yeah, I was really trying to think of bars ahead.
In the words of LB, it's going viral. Phenomenon. Right.
I usually don't even curse my name.
Yeah, you really don't.
Hey, that was awesome.
A few times. Crazy.
Hey, no, shout out to y'all. That was an ordeal. I feel like, man, y'all put in a lot of work to make that happen.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, that's probably the first video that's gonna be dropping out of the 2 that we're playing. So
Nice.
hopefully, like next week or something.
All right.
So are we ready for round 2?
I'm ready.
Bloody leaves.
All right, bloody leaves.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Redemption.
I'll restart it. My bad.
MKTP is
All
here
right.
to knock y'all socks off. So
Bloody
get ready.
leaves. Bloody leaves.
Bloody leaves on an SP.
I'm currently raping.
I see through blurred lines, raked up some bloody leaves. It happens day and night, in search of money trees. It's always on sight, stay with the remedy. Remember me, right? I see through blurred lines, raked up some bloody leaves. It happens day and night, in search of money trees. It's always on sight, stay with the remedy. Will they remember me?
I want the sand and the beaches, vanity meanness, but fans get to see it like keeping agreements with apps. I'm the lead and I need them to keep the things happening, scheming. To eat off the raps and the craps and the graps and I got laying dormant like bodies tucked into the sheets. They be sleeping and snoring. My word is built to be hurdled over.
Keep your composure, held with conviction. Keeping it dicey, I change with the season. Changing my diction, bird to an eagle. I'm eager to be here to show you the demons I'm beating and slaying. Down to the world's an inferno.
Beat like a porno, copping new flows like a BOGO. Backspin bouncing on beats like a pogo.
Putting on for mankind like my name Big Foley. Rotate and I shine like a call me a rollie. In due time we be rocking these shows beat. I'm trying to sell tits like a call me a Foley. Rappers flogging, they better show me. I know who I am, so my name ain't Toby. Pushing whips like I'm riding in oldies. Flew at a slow creek, staying low for the police. Watch out.
I just pulled up to the venue. I'm drinking, so show me the menu. I'ma get drunk off a lager. The lobster. Dolomite flows, strange thoughts on the edge of my ego. Money shot, I say hitting the trio. Real.
Came from the dungeon with goblins and dragons, I made it, yeah, I'm a survivor. Tab hit me heavy, the way she was crawling up to me, she looked like a spider. Cut hit me heavy, the glow that came off of my skin was a little too blinding. Looking for knowledge, stepping like titans, hung with the wolves, run with the lions.
Do you remember me? How could you forget? I'm one to shake the money trees, flip samples like omelets, and I'm searching for clarity. On the move, I'm busy bee. Don't get what I mean, just look for the subtext. Perplexed by the way I step to the game, grab the mic and I suplex. I see through blurred lines, raked up some bloody leaves. It happens day and night in search of money trees. It's always on sight. Stay with the remedy. Will they remember me? Right. I see through blurred lines, raked up some bloody leaves. It happens day and night in search of money trees. It's always on sight. Stay with the remedy. Will they remember me? Right. Hey.
That one was way better. That was
awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to MKTP in the building.
Shouts out, boys. That was dope. That was sweet. That was dope to watch. To wait, the way you guys kind of jump from head and to toss it. Oh, it's on my turn. I got to pass these. My verse is done. Someone else. That was great. That's working on the fly right there. That's what dope to see. Got to make the best of what you got, and we love that, and we appreciate you boys. All right, this was a great show. This was a long show, so thank you all for staying to tune in. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. Shouts out to AK for tuning in. Shouts out to Alex Wolf. Shouts out to Bodie. Shouts out to Justin who just tuned in. Shouts out to Craig Cooper who said gang.
Shout out, Craig. Shout out, Craig.
Shouts out Rocky who said hey. Shouts out everyone else who tuned in. Shouts out to John at Q4. Shouts out to Irvin. Shouts out to everyone else. We love you guys.
Montucky Cole.
Appreciate
Shouts out to
everybody.
Montucky. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can't forget that RC, right? Pick me up a bottle on the way.
Y'all laugh and wait till I buy RC Cola.
You gonna have RC Cola stock, yo.
I'm gonna change the whole formula up.
That's awesome. Well, again, fellas, we appreciate. Oh, I just jacked that up.
We won't cut to that camera.
Oops.
That camera's gone now.
Out of the equation. Sorry, John. No, appreciate you guys as always.
Appreciate
welcome. You. Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely.
Both of you.
Yeah, y'all both killing, doing your thing, man. It's beautiful.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming in and being yourselves, like we said earlier. Makes our jobs 1,000 times easier when you guys just be yourselves.
Absolutely. It's always an honor to do this with Boss Dan the Man. Shout out to Justino Cacchino. Can't be here, but
Justino,
part of the team, absolutely. But yeah, that wraps up our show. We appreciate you guys coming on. Yeah, I was gonna say, whenever you guys want to come on again, NSP family. You feel me?
I love the family business.
Family business.
We got a show tomorrow night at Magoo's. You guys obviously would love to see y'all there rocking out with us. So
dope.
Magoo's in Bedford Park. So slide on through.
What time?
In that area, slide.
What time?
I think the show itself, the doors open at like 8 or 8:30.
The show.
I think music will start around like 9, something like that.
9:15.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good time, man. Magoo's is always a good time.
Awesome. We'll try to make it for sure. Appreciate the invite.
Of course,
absolutely.
Bro. Of course.
Absolutely. Well, again, this has been MKTP. Appreciate you guys coming on, doing great things. Excited to see what the future has in store for you fellas. So best of luck to you all. And again, you guys have our support. Anything you need from us, we're here. You feel me? So,
love, baby, love.
Absolutely.
It's all love.
For you guys want to go around one more time, just say your names and then we can bounce up out of here.
I am Ronnie Pipes. I love everybody. Thank you.
Bruce Bambino.
Rizzy Grime.
LB Supreme G.
got MK Rio.
And Brother Bags.
And we are Music Killed the
Kill
President.
On Disney Channel.
For G Note, I'm Boss Dan. We love you guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Staying on point like arrows, keeping my foot on the pedal. Do it for the family, I'm smoking Vin Diesel. Higher than singing falsetto. Ayy, why these dudes smooth like that? Pirates on the ship when we cruise like that. Ayy, I guess the crew groove like that. With a flick of a wrist, we to move right back.
Reach a higher level, rolling these blunts. Songs getting smoked up like some runs. Please don't be hood, speak on me. I don't need a stress, so we gonna have a problem. I just jotted in a scribble all of my thoughts, or all that I speak. All of these sonnets, all that I got. Take a seat, just watch me ride.
Verbal punches that I'm dishing out. These leaking like the water spout, coming right out the kitchen. Now you feeling this vibe whenever we link. You say you changed, man. Of course I did. What the fuck is you thinking? Thought I'd just sit here and never stop sinking. That's why I'm drinking, never blinking. I'm
always said I could do it. Where's your head? What you doing? Trying to make bread out the movement. What you get, nothing to it. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch, banana boat. Daylight come, I wanna go home. Like pull up like I'm Al Capone.
Stepping real heavy, I surf on this bitch like I'm Kelly. My whole fit was Nike, but she cannot check me. I'm steaming like Stanley, but you cannot press me. I stay with 2 fatties like Johnny, don't test me. She got a carpet, I guess I'm a Latin. I'm running up plays, but I do not play Madden. I stand in the sun and I glow like I'm holy. I feel on my left like I'm Mono Ginobili.
Game in my hands, I don't force her like Obi. I stand in my 2 and run for it like Kobe. As soon as I spot it, I run like I'm stolen. Call me Maxwell, she all in my polish. Elder behind, I know that I'm frozen. Smoking on purple, this flow is so golden. Hoking like Hogan, that Bruce Banner got a hold of. Wait.
Beat slap hard like you hit with headstays. Juking all you fools just to keep my distance. You cannot talk all that motion, you been moving slow and now you missed it. We ain't never hit the brakes, always keep gas in the tank. Couple of sharks inside of this tank. Took off your head, I bet you missed it. What you think?
I'm buying it, I'm not sold. You're a fool, listen to everything that you told. Breaking out of the mold, with my brain coming out of the fold. Yeah, just maintain the flow. Now my energy glisten like gold. This ain't a game, no tic-tac-toe. Break out the cage, I let my flaps go.
Sit back cause I flow relentless. Anything you start, I finish. New flow, so you know we say winning. For eons, we be on the chase. Ayy, like an arcade, I get crunk for the game. Say speaking the numbers like it's hitting cold. Ayy, and I rap like a beast cause I stay in that mode. Ayy,
Of course, if you were to all apologize,